Welcome to Believers Talk and week one of the NFL football season as our Buffalo Bills go up against the Baltimore Ravens. Welcome. If you are a first-time joiner, we're happy to have you. If you have not subscribe to Believers Talk. We will do this as many weeks as we can. We're going to go live, give you some play-by-play. It's currently 12:30. We will be having the game, obviously, at 1 o'clock. So before that, I wanted to get on here, get a couple things going so that way we can get ready for this game. Before I do that, however, what I wanted to do is kind of go through the games of the day, give you my picks. If you are not already, there are plenty of things on ESPN.com where you can pick the games and things, and I'm on a couple of those, so we'll see how I do throughout the season. So that will keep track of that for me, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. But I wanted to go through them real quick on here. So obviously at 1 o'clock, we have the Buffalo Bills versus the Baltimore Ravens. My pick's going to be the Buffalo Bills to win this game. Pittsburgh Steelers versus at Cleveland Browns. I picked Pittsburgh to win that game. Cincinnati at Indianapolis. Indianapolis, Andrew Luck, first game back. I picked them to win that one. Tennessee at Miami. I'm going to actually go with Miami here at home. And what some would say an upset, but I think it's really a pick 'em type game. San Francisco at Minnesota. I'm going with Minnesota. Houston at New England. Guys, I would love to say I see New England losing this game. I just don't, however. I see New England winning this one. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. I have New Orleans winning this one. Jacksonville at New York Giants. This is a tough one. A lot of people are going both ways on this one. I actually have Jacksonville pulling this one out on the road. Kansas City at the LA Chargers. I have the Chargers winning this game. We'll see if the Chargers can start off a little bit better than they normally do and get that win. We got Washington at Arizona. I'm going to take Arizona in that one. Dallas at Carolina. We'll take Carolina. Seattle at Denver. We're going to take Denver. Tonight's game, we got Chicago at Green Bay. We get to see Khalil Mack in that Bears outfit for the first time, Bears uniform for the first time. I do think it's going to be in vain. However, I think Green Bay is going to win that game. Tomorrow night, we have two Monday night games. For those of you who don't know, normally week one of the season, they have two Monday night games. So the first game is at 7:10. The Jets at Detroit. I have Detroit winning this one. And then we have the Rams at Oakland. I have the Rams winning that one. So those are my picks for the games today and tomorrow. Welcome to week one of the NFL. Very exciting. If you saw the game Thursday, I actually picked the Falcons to win that one, so I was wrong there. But late game due to the rain delay, and it wasn't too exciting, if you ask me, for the first half. But the second half kind of picked up in interest. So go Bills. Fox 87, welcome. Thank you for joining me here on Believers Talk. Again, if you haven't already, please be sure to share this so people know about this, know that we are live. Before the game starts, I want to give some fantasy updates, give the injury report for the Bills and the Ravens. I also want to go through some game notes. We have some game notes that I want to go through before the game starts, so that way you can all be ready, know what to look for, know what to look out for in this game. So it is a rainy day here. It's probably a rainy day in most of the Northeast. So hope you're enjoying this rainy Sunday. Nothing can get me down today. Week one of the NFL season is the best time of the year. So I hope everyone's able to join me and enjoy the stream as well. So we're going to do this now. Perfect. All right. So first, I'm going to go through the injury report. So for the Bills today, the injury report looks a little like this. Unfortunately, Ray McLeod is out today. He will not be playing. Game time status for Julian Stanford, our linebacker. He is actually questionable at the start of today, so we'll see if he gets in there or not. Also, someone who did not participate in practice this week was Lorenzo Alexander. I do expect him to play. However, I don't see anything on the injury report as far as him being questionable. So that is the Bills injury report. Going over to the Baltimore Ravens side of things, they have a couple more injuries. Willie Henry is going to be out, their defensive tackle. Hayden Hurst is going to be out, their new tight end that they just drafted this season. Maurice Kennedy is going to be out as well for Baltimore, and he's questionable. I'm sorry, and Kenny Young is also questionable for them on the injury report. So those are the injuries. I might try to go over them one more time before the game starts. For those of you who are just joining us, Piedmont says there are no picks today. We definitely need to win the turnover battle in today's game. If we will have a chance to win, I think we can do that. I think our secondary is good enough to give us a couple turnovers, and I do look forward to that. So going into fantasy news for this game, if you're a fantasy football fan, I am a fan of fantasy football. I actually don't have any teams, however. Just last year, I decided not to do it anymore, and it actually worked out great for me. I really enjoyed not doing it, just to be able to watch the games, just to watch them and not have and then not having any other interests involved, just enjoying the games for what they are, and not having to hope someone does good even if they're playing against Buffalo and Buffalo still wins. None of that nonsense. I just enjoy watching the games at this point. So my first name of note for Buffalo that I would say you have to start would be LaShawn McCoy, right? We're going to feed him the ball a lot. It's going to be a rainy day in Baltimore, so I do see us actually feeding the ball maybe even a little bit more. So if I were a fantasy owner, if I had LaShawn McCoy, I would definitely start LaShawn McCoy. Another guy I would consider starting for Buffalo is Stephen Hauschka. I think Stephen Hauschka has had his career day, like 5-for-5 field goal day, which is the most he's made one day in his career against Baltimore. So, and that was back when he was with Seattle. However, house money, just go with him. If you have Stephen Hauschka on your team, you probably only have one kicker, but I would definitely play him again to play LaShawn McCoy. If you're looking at wide receivers, I wouldn't want to start any Bills wide receivers in this game just because there's so many unknowns. Obviously, if you're going to start one, it's going to be Kelvin Benjamin. Steve and I both agree that Kelvin Benjamin is going to have a monster year. But again, there's so much unknown right now, and that Baltimore defense is just suffocating. I don't see Peterman getting a lot of time, which leads me to my next thing about the tight ends. We saw in the preseason he loves his tight ends. So I do see him probably using Charles Clay a little bit more. So that will actually help him if fantasy owners have Charles Clay. Depending who your number one tight end is, I would definitely consider starting Charles Clay. Welcome, Big Cock Allen. The game has not started yet. It does not start till 1 o'clock Eastern time. Currently, it is 12:37 on the East Coast, and I'm here. I'm watching the pregame right now, getting ready for the game. I just wanted to come on here, give you guys some notes. I went over the injury report. I hope to do that again right before the game starts, and they'll probably do it at the game as well. I went over, I'm going over now fantasy players that I would start. I just went over the Bills side of the ball, who I would start on the Bills side of the ball. As far as the Baltimore Ravens side of the ball, I would probably start, just due to the amount of carries he's going to get, I would probably start Alex Collins. They're going to lean on him a lot, just like we're going to lean on McCoy a lot. And we all know that our run defense is where we're susceptible. So I wouldn't be surprised if they use him a lot. Yes, Jags PA fan, this is an exciting time, very exciting time. Very happy to have you in here. Welcome. Joe Flacco has come off his statistically worst year, so I'm not going to say Joe Flacco sucks. He has that Super Bowl ring that I would love to have on a Bills player, but yeah, he statistically last year was one of his worst years. So we'll see what happens. I'm very excited, guys. My blood's flowing, like I'm going nuts right now, just waiting 20 minutes until kickoff. And, just very exciting time. Currently have 5 people watching, so thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you haven't already subscribe. Share this video. If you're subscribed to this channel, share this with your friends on Facebook, Twitter. If they don't watch the game, if they don't want to listen to the commentary that's on the TV, or if they don't get the game in their area, I will be commentating the whole game, which leads me to another point. If you leave a comment during the game, I might not get to it. I apologize for that. If you want to keep resending the comment, I will try to get to as many as I can. However, I'll be focused on the game and trying to keep you guys as updated as possible on the game. During commercial breaks and during halftime, we will talk back and forth if you'd like. And I will definitely read comments as they come across here as well in between plays. So going back to fantasy, if you're a Raven, if you have Alex Collins on your team, I would start him. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Michael Crabtree, maybe, but come on, you're talking about Tre'Davious White. I don't see them throwing the ball with much success in this game. The elements, the secondary they're playing, and Joe Flacco, again, coming off a statistically bad year, I just don't see them doing well. If you want to start Baltimore's defense, obviously a lot of people would agree with you on that one. And even if they were not playing the Bills, Baltimore does have a good defense. I'm not sitting here trying to rag on Baltimore. If you're a Baltimore fan and you're watching, I'm going to try to call this game as unbiased as possible. Obviously, there's going to be a little bias towards the Bills, but I love football. And I want to see football played in its purest form, and I want to see everyone play the game the right way. I'm going to call the Bills out. If the Bills are not playing this game the right way, if Peterman comes out there and looks like a bum, I'm going to say he looks like a bum, and that's going to be the bottom line. So, but let's go Bills. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to this game. But again, for the Ravens, that's pretty much it. Alex Collins, that'd be where I would start. Maybe the defense, of course, and Justin Tucker. You can't go wrong with starting Justin Tucker. He is the best kicker, most consistent kicker in the league. So I would start Justin Tucker. But right behind him, I believe, would be Stephen Hauschka. I think he's very consistent as well. So that would be who I would start as far as fantasy. The Bills do need a better O-line, but I don't think they were showing us the whole playbook on that week 3 preseason game. So hopefully it gets a little better for us, but we'll see what happens there. Sorry guys, getting a little communication thing going on here. So but again, welcome to the Bills pregame. I went over the injury report. Again, the big news is unfortunately Ray McLeod will not be playing today. That's kind of sad. Julian Sanford, our linebacker, he is questionable. The Ravens have a couple more players that will not be playing, but Terrell Suggs did not participate in practice, but I think that was not a health issue. I think that was just them giving him some rest. R.I.P. Ray. I don't think it's that serious of an injury, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So, again, thank you for joining me. Share this video, like it. We'll look forward to the game 18 minutes away from kickoff. Before we get to kickoff, I do have a couple game notes that I wanted to share with you guys. Have a little fun trivia, things of that nature just for you guys. With a win this week, Sean McDermott will become the first Bills coach in franchise history to win his first 2 openers. That, to me, is a crazy Maybe Shady will run us to victory. I'm hoping he does because we're going to have to lean on him a lot today. So, but to me, it's crazy to think that no coach in Bills history has ever won back-to-back season openers. And Sean McDermott has a chance to do that today. Of course, last year beating the Jets week 1. And now this year we're hoping to beat the Baltimore Ravens. So if he does that, he becomes the first coach in NFL or in Bills history, not NFL history, in Bills history to win consecutive home openers to start off his head coaching career. Peterman starting. Peterman is our starter. He was listed as our starter, I believe, sometime close to 2 weeks ago now. So everyone's been talking about that, talking about the turnover machine that was. But he only played in 2 games last year, and in fact, in the Indianapolis game, I don't think he had a turnover. So I don't think these experts know exactly what they're talking about here. They saw Peterman for 1 game, and they want to make all their judgments from one half of that 1 game. They don't want to go back to the Colts game. Why? Probably because of the elements. I can understand that, but I just don't understand what these experts are thinking. Like you want to grade a guy on his only game. He hasn't played since then, really, other than the Indianapolis Colts game where he played the first half and played well, mind you, well enough to keep us in the game. We had the lead when he went out with a concussion, and then Joe Webb brought us back, after Indianapolis tied it. So Sean McDermott would be the first coach in Bills franchise history to win back-to-back season openers to start off his coaching career. Remember back, LaShawn McCoy currently ranks 9th in team history with 3,300 rushing yards, can pass C.J. Spiller and Willis McGahee and Ray Carlton with 69 yards rushing. So if he gets 70 yards rushing today, he is going to pass 3 Bills players and get to 6th all time in Buffalo Bills history of rushing yards. So we look for that because we obviously hope that he gets more than 70 yards rushing today. We hope he actually carries this team to a victory. Big Kakayan says Shady is getting slower. We will see. We didn't play him much in the preseason, and I think one of the reasons why is because that 30 number that everyone's scared of. But as Adrian Peterson said, hopefully it doesn't happen with all the running backs. Hopefully we do see LaShawn McCoy being able to be his old LaShawn McCoy. It wasn't until week 5 or 6 of last season that LaShawn McCoy kind of broke out. We need him to go into like regular season form right away. We can't wait for him to get his traction. We hope that he has his traction now. Did you report that he's more likely not going to have any charges pressed against him for the incident earlier this offseason? That's, if you're a Bills fan, talent-wise, field-wise, chances to win-wise, that's good news. That's all I'm going to talk about. If he did it, then it's not good at all. But as far as being able to win as the team, that's good to know that LaShawn McCoy is on the field. So LaShawn McCoy is on the field. No, it doesn't look like he's going to be suspended for any length of time. So again, with 70 yards, he moves into 6th all-time in Bills history in rushing yards. So look for that. With one rushing touchdown, McCoy will tie Jim Braxton and Kenneth Davis for 10th in franchise history for touchdowns. So if he gets a touchdown today, he will move into 10th place. I just got a new subscriber, so thank you for subscribing. 13 people viewing right now, and the game has not even started yet. 15 minutes away from kickoff, guys. I'm very excited. I'm sure you guys are excited too. Share this video with your friends. Let them know if you want to watch the Bills game, if you want to talk with fans about the Bills game, this is where to do it at. We're very excited. Kickoff's just moments away. If you're a Baltimore Ravens fan, you know what? Come on here too. I have no issues with the Baltimore Ravens. We can talk. We have a good time again. I love football. I love the Ravens. I love every single team. I love the Patriots. I love watching football. Okay, so there's no team that I really hate. So I will try to announce this game, commentate this game as unbiased as possible. I do love this. So love this team. So I will probably have a little bias there, but I'm at a Bills bar. Have a great time. Bills bars are so much fun on game day. And I'm sure that can be said about all bars for the local team, right? I'm sure Arizona bars are fun on game day, but it's a lot hotter in Arizona right now. So, but game day bars are just a lot of fun. The atmosphere is amazing. Like I saw videos of the bars when the Bills made the playoffs. I mean, come on, that just sends chills down my spine every time I see those. I mean, I was at a bar by myself here in central eastern Pennsylvania, and I was going nuts. There was a Bills fan on the other side of the bar. We both went nuts. It was a fun time. So, but I can't imagine what the atmosphere was like back then. If Tremaine Edmonds starts against Baltimore, he will become the youngest starting linebacker in the Super Bowl era. So Super Bowl era would be back in the 60s. Maybe 50s, I believe, 60s, early 60s. So you're talking about the youngest linebacker at the age of 20. He just turned 20 right after the draft, either April or early May. I say like the Patriots. Yeah, I just love football. So, I like the Patriots. I like seeing the Patriots lose too. I love seeing the Patriots lose. If Houston beats the Patriots today, I'll be very happy. Okay. But I just love watching football. So, but Edmonds would become and he's planning to start. He will start, so he will be the youngest linebacker in the Super Bowl era to start. I do not recall Edmonds getting a pick in the preseason. I know he came close in the Cincinnati game in the week 3. He did read a route. He got in front of the guy. In the regular season, I'll be going nuts if he doesn't catch that ball, but he had it in both of his hands. I think the wide receiver kind of pulled him away from it, so he let it go. But yeah, I really want him to have that interception in the regular season. So we'll see what happens. And the great thing about Edmonds, guys, is if you watched week 1 of preseason, week 2 of preseason, week 3 of preseason, better. Like he kept getting better throughout those 3 weeks. So that hopefully translates into today's game, where he shows why we picked him in the first round, why he's listed as such a beast, why, we spent so much time on making him the guy of our defense. He's going to be the play caller, guys, today. So, we spent a lot of time on this investment. Same thing with Josh Allen, unfortunately. Fortunately, I actually am happy Josh Allen's not starting this game today. But Nathan Peterman is starting, so we only get to see Edmonds for this game. So, but man, I really look forward to seeing him play. If Kelvin Benjamin has a touchdown reception, that will be the 20th of his career. So if you see Kelvin Benjamin get a touchdown, and again, we hope he does, then that will affect, that will be his 20th of his career, young career. This is only the 5th year. So we hope he has that today. With 7 punt return yards, Jeremy Curley can reach 1,500 punt return yards for his career and become the 10th active player to reach that plateau. I don't think we're using Curley in any special teams formation, so I don't think that's something that's going to be achieved. Although with Raymond McLeod out, I'm pretty sure McLeod was going to be our guy on punt return. So maybe we do put him back there. Maybe that's a plateau that means something to him, so we talk to the coaching staff. Those are all possibilities, so that's something that could possibly happen. With 1 forced fumble, Jerry Hughes can become the 10th active player with 35 plus sacks and 10 forced fumbles in the NFL since 2013. We do hope that everyone causes a fumble today for Buffalo. And with 1 touchdown reception, Charles Clay will have 25 for his career. which shocks me because he's been around for a while. You think about someone like Antonio Gates and all the touchdowns he has. You would hope that our tight end has a little bit more than that. But so again, he's with Dable, who he had his best year with back in Miami. So maybe he does get that touchdown reception. We saw Peterman use the tight ends a lot in the preseason. So maybe he gets that touchdown, gets 25 for his career, gets up to like 35 by the end of the year, right, guys? Wouldn't that be great? So those are some quick game notes, some milestones, if you will. We are 10 minutes away from kickoff, guys. Who do I think is going to pick up Dez Bryant? I think a lot of that depends on injuries today. Let's say I don't want it to happen, but let's say Kevin Benjamin gets hurt today. Then I think it's possible that that we pick up Dez Bryant because we need wide receivers. I mean, we're already short on wide receiver depth short on wide receiver talent according to the league, according to the experts who I love. Guys, if Baltimore Bills beat today, you want to be here at the end of the game. I'm going to roast everybody because not a single expert has us not only winning this game, covering the spread. Okay, so right now the Buffalo Bills are 7.5-point dogs. 7.5 points. And everyone's picking Baltimore, not just to beat us, but to cover that spread. So they expect Baltimore to win by two scores. And that's just week one, that's just enraging to me. We made the playoffs last year. I get it. I get we have 3 new offensive linemen. I get that we have a new quarterback, but that defense is so improved from last year, and that defense was really good last year. If we stay disciplined, no penalties, then we're gonna have a few penalties. Well, penalties, of course, but if we stay disciplined and Peterman does not throw 2 or 3 interceptions, we're gonna cover that spread. And if Peterman does not throw more than 1 interception, we're gonna win this game. That's what I'm saying right now. The game starts at 1 o'clock on the East Coast. It is currently 12:52, so we are 8 minutes away. We are live now. They're showing the field right now. Field conditions are sloppy, wet. You know what? That's the way we like them. And you know what? That's the way Baltimore likes them too. These are 2 teams who are going to lean on their defense and lean on their running game. So the wet conditions should not bother us much at all. And then it becomes a matter of who 10 a.m. If you're on the West Coast, it's going to be 10 a.m. Correct. Hey, our O-line does look like trash, but that was all preseason, man. You got to put that in the books. I understand everyone's excited for next year because of the salary cap, but dude, this is week 1 of the NFL season. Everyone has a chance. Everyone's talking up Cleveland. Cleveland has 1 win in the past 2 seasons. Everyone's talking them up because they have some additions. Okay, great. So they're going to go 4-12. Woohoo. Good for that. And that's good for them because that's improvement. But at the same time, like, why are we talking up Cleveland like they're a hot shot and we can't talk up the Bills? Think about last year at this time. Think about all the holes the Eagles had. And I'm in the Philadelphia area. I heard them. I heard them all. And you know what? Eagles fans were still hyped, and they should have been. And guess what? They won the Super Bowl. So yes, can our offensive line use some work? Yes. Maybe Dabble has a way to work around that. There are ways to work around a bad offensive line. Bad offensive line teams have won before. And so I don't see why they can't win again. So, I mean, yes, I get it. A lot of experts are saying the Bills are going to lose by 2 scores. And if we do, they're right. So good for them. But maybe they're wrong. Maybe the Bills are better than we think they are. Maybe Peterman's better than we think he is. Again, getting that ball out quickly is going to help out a lot. So if it's blacked out in your area, you can watch it here. Well, not watch the game. I cannot show the game due to copyright infringement, but I will be commentating on the game as it happens. So please be sure, and you'll get my reactions. I mean, this is pregame, and you hear how excited I am. When the game starts, it's going to be very exciting. Like I said, I'm very excited. I mean, they're showing Peterman preseason now getting the ball out in less than 2 seconds. And that's what we need him to do, constantly getting the ball out. Yeah, that's not an issue. Peterman cannot fumble the ball either. Peterman's going to take sacks in this game. The defensive front of Baltimore is beast. And so Peterman's going to take sacks. I hope the coaching staff went into his ear and said, sacks are okay. Sacks are okay. And I hope that they know that, and I hope that he's okay with taking sacks and punting it. So, we'll play a defensive game if we have to, because that's what we're gonna have to lean on. We're gonna have to lean on McCoy. We're gonna have to lean on the defense. So, I look forward to that. Getting back to some of these notes that I have for you guys here in the Buffalo versus Baltimore series history, the last 6 games have been won by the home team. The last game we played against Baltimore, September 11th, 2016, where we lost at Baltimore 13-7. Our last win against Baltimore was September 29th of 2013, where we won that game 23-20. So we have not played them since 2016. So we didn't play them last year. And we do play them this year. You can watch it on the website and still listen to us. Again, we have no one to pressure the quarterback. Maybe not, but we don't know what we have in Shaq Lawson. He's been injured the past 2 years. Maybe he's better than what we think he is, or what we drafted him to be, because we did draft him in the first round. So, yeah, pressure on the quarterback is important. And I think back to week 2 of last year when we played Carolina. We got a lot of pressure on Cam Newton. That obviously not translates to the whole season, but I want to get that type of pressure on every quarterback the whole year. And if we do that, then our secondary is going to eat, guys. Our secondary is just too good, and they're going to eat. Gaines is going to start as our second cornerback for this game, and it's not going to be Vontae Davis, even though if you look at the depth chart that I have, at least, it says Vontae Davis. But no, it's actually going to be Gaines as our starting second corner. So, Phillip Gaines. I thought that was wrong. EJ Gaines was last year. So, Phillip Gaines will be our second corner. And then we also have Teron Johnson, who was our 5th-round pick, coming in as a nickel corner then. So, that's something to look forward to as well. You went to the Bills-Carolina game. Was that week 1 or was that week 2? I'm trying to remember. That was week 1 because week 2 was Cleveland. Week 3 was Cincy. So it was week 1. Everyone was excited, I'm sure, to see Josh Allen. Played the whole second. Did you stay for the game? Did you stay for the second half to watch Josh Allen throw that touchdown to Ray? That must have been really exciting. I mean, I know a lot of fans weren't there by that time, fourth quarter preseason game, but I'm sure that was exciting. I went to the last Bills game I was at, actually. Sorry, guys, I'm getting a drink. The last Bills game I was at was the Bills at Eagles preseason game. So that was last year. The whole thing. And that's, my philosophy is to stay for the whole game, even if it's preseason. I just love football. So I'm getting a drink here, guys, because it's going to be a long game. If I keep talking like this, it's going to be a long game. I'm probably going to lose my voice, but that's okay. That's why I'm here. So hopefully I have it back by next week. So cheers, guys. Go Bills. There we go. Unlike the guys on Sports Free, I'm not going to show what I'm drinking. If people want to pay me for advertisement, I'll happily do that. But I'm going to put everything in a cup. Hey, Sacramento, wait till they come out to Cali, right? Trying to think. LA is not too close to Sacramento, but it's a little bit closer than Buffalo. So I know kickoff can't come soon enough. 12:59, guys. So kickoff's around the corner. I'm going to turn up the TV. Right now they're having a golf commercial. Go Tiger Woods. Unfortunately, he's not really in contention. I actually haven't watched any of it today because who cares about golf today? Who cares about anything else today, man? I mean, this is kickoff Sunday. I mean, I wish I could watch the U.S. Open men's final. I wish I could watch the final round of this golf tournament, the BMC Classic or whatever it's called, BMW, whatever. I don't know. Cars that I can't afford, basically. Was a Raiders game. And the last time golf on Sunday. Listen, I am a huge sports nut. Nothing compares to football, but I will watch any sport on any day. I have the tennis channel, like Tennis Live or something like that. And yet last night, it was like, I think it was 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. College football just ended, and I turned on Tennis Live, and I don't know who was playing. I don't know where they were. It was obviously not the U.S. Open, but I was just watching. It was actually a replay from somewhere because it was daytime still, or they were in some other country. So I will watch any sport, anytime. But when football is on, football takes precedence over everything. And when the Bills are playing, nothing else matters. Yeah, now we're showing commercials. So probably doing commercials, what I'll try to do is turn it down. And then, like I said, I'll respond to some comments. And we'll talk about what we've seen so far. But then during the game, I'll probably try to have the volume turned up a little bit, just so I can hear what they're saying. I do have some news on notes on pretty much every single player on the Bills roster. Let's go through. I can go through them right now. Let's go through the coaching staff. Head coach, of course, Sean McDermott. Like I said earlier, Sean McDermott, if he wins tonight, will be the first today. He'll be the first coach in Buffalo Bills history to win back-to-back, to win his first 2 opening days. We have 25 people in here, guys. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Like this video, share it with your friends. We're about to have kickoff, guys. Right around the corner, opening Sunday of the week of the season. I'm very excited. Everybody has a chance, right? You know, right now we're tied for 3rd in offense and we're tied for 1st in defense. So that's exciting, right? Tied for 3rd because of the Eagles Falcons game. Hopefully we have more offense than the Falcons did for sure. So yeah, Sean McDermott will be the first coach in Bills history to win his first 2 season openers. Our tight end coach is Rob Boras. John Butler is our defensive back coach. Juan Castillo, offensive line. David Coley is our quarterbacks coach. Andrew Dees is our assistant offensive line coach. Brian Dable is our offensive coordinator. Leslie Frazier is our defensive coordinator. Danny Crossman is our special teams coordinator. Bob Babick is our linebackers coach. And Bobby Babick is our safeties coach. I'm pretty sure they're probably related, but I don't know. I can read the stats. I have them here too, but not enough time. We're on the sideline, guys. Let's see who won the toss and what Buffalo's doing. It looks like Buffalo is getting ready to kick off. So it looks like Buffalo's going to kick off, which means we receive the ball at halftime. Normally, teams have deferred. I would always defer personally. So looks like the Bills will have won the toss in this situation and deferred. We have the first whistle, guys. Kickoff's coming. Hauschka's getting the ball. Put it down. But real quick, Kelly Skipper is our running back coach. Matthew Smiley, assistant special teams coach. Bill Tierlink is our defensive line coach. And Shea Tierney is our offensive assistant coach. So those are most of our coaches, guys. There are a couple more that I can go through, but it's kickoff time, guys. And we have a kickoff. Week 1. Here we go. In the end zone. Baltimore's taking it out. They're to the 10, 15, 20. Gets to about the 23-yard line before he's driven out of bounds by Jerry Hughes, it looks like, was in on the tackle. Let me get my my notes and my depth charts out here so we can go over these players. So look, oh, there is a flag on the play. So 1 play, 1 flag. Lots of flags in that Thursday night game. Hopefully that's not a case in this game, but we will see. I will also try to keep you guys updated on scores from around the league. So let me pull those up on my phone.
Most likely a couple more next offseason with some of the referees.
All right, so I have the games up on my phone here. I have the Bills game on, guys. We have the first flag on the first play, and it looks like they're all confused. Fouls by both teams. Face mask on Buffalo. Double team block on Baltimore. First down, Baltimore. So it's not a re-kick, thank goodness, because that would be kind of anticlimactic. But Baltimore does have the ball, 1st and 10, at the spot of the double team block. So I don't know where the double team block was yet, but we will see. So they got the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So here we go. Let's go, baby. All right, so with the first snap, 1st and 10, Flacco fakes the handoff. Come back to pass, getting pressured. Off to Boyle, gets it for about 25 yards. Looks like he got to the 45-yard line. Good pressure on Flacco. Flacco was able to get away from the pressure and dump it off to his tight end, who then ran for 25 yards because the middle of the field was open because all the other tight ends or all the other linebackers were either in coverage or they blitzed. So not a good start. 25-yard gain for the Baltimore Ravens to tight end Nick Boyle. So 1st and 10 from the 45. We blitz 4. Boyle, it looks like, with another catch, gets it into Buffalo territory. Number 86. Yep, that would be Boyle. So 1st down again for the Baltimore Ravens. 2 completions back-to-back to Nick Boyle. And they are in Buffalo territory already. So it's not looking like a great start. We did get good pressure on Flacco on that first play. We do see Edmonds is the starting middle linebacker, so he is now the youngest starting linebacker in the Super Bowl era at just over 20 years old. Fumble. Joe Flacco gets back on top of it at the 50-yard line, so it's going to be second down. Kyle Williams is in there too. We know we had that Kyle Williams scare earlier in the preseason, but it's good to see him in there. He was close to the recovery. The fumble was not caused by anything other than a missed handoff to Collins. So that brings up 2nd and 14 or 2nd and 15, depending where they mark it. So second down for Baltimore Ravens. This is something that the Bills have to capitalize on, guys. Second and behind the chains. So it's 2nd and 16 actually. And Baltimore still has the ball. Looks like they fake an end around and they give the ball to Collins, who gets it down to about the 38-yard line. So it actually is going to be a short third down. However, there is a flag on the play. So it looks like it's going to be against Baltimore. So this is definitely something. It's going to be holding on Baltimore. 72, who would be, hold on, I got it, Alex Lewis, the left guard. So holding on Baltimore, again, we really need to take advantage of this because now we're talking about a 2nd and 26. This is definitely a place where the Bills need to get off the field. So first possession of the game, we already have 2 flags. Looks like the hold was, number 72, Lewis. I'm not sure what it was against. I couldn't see the replay there. I was going to say Edmonds, but I think it was someone else who was covering Edmonds at that play. So 2nd and 26 for the Baltimore Ravens. And again, they're on Baltimore's side of the ball. Looks like they're going to call a timeout here. Flacco's going back to the sideline. So, hold on. The ref's saying something. Maybe they didn't reset the game clock. I don't know. Not a great start for the officiating crew. You know, it took them a good while to clarify what happened in that first penalty. Now you got this delay here. They did not call a timeout. They're getting ready to snap the ball. 2nd and 26. Flacco's in shotgun. Flacco's getting pressured, rolling to his right, throwing deep, wide open. Number 13 for Baltimore is going to be John Brown. So it's a first down, guys, to the 31-yard line. So not what we want to see here. I think Brown would be against Gaines. So this is not great at all. Wow. Yeah, that wasn't good at all. I'm not happy about that, obviously. And that was Philip Gaines who was covering him. So, I mean, Joe Flacco was 3 for 3 for 65 yards. That's not exactly a way we wanted to start. We thought that this would be incomplete. All right, so first incompletion thrown by Joe Flacco. He was looking for Crabtree on the sideline, and Crabtree was out of bounds by the time he caught it. So not the start we wanted, though, guys. Flacco, again, is now 3 for 4 for what was it, 64 yards. Not too excited about that, but now it's 2nd and 10. We have to hold him to a field goal. We have to hope for the bend not break. I mean, again, with Justin Tucker, it's a good field goal from here. We know it. So it's at least 3 points. Hopefully we keep them with 3 on the first possession here. They're at the 31-yard line, maybe get another fumble or something of that nature. Well, nope, first down. Another first down pass. This one to number 89, Andrews. So they're just moving right down the field on us right now, guys. And they're passing the ball, which is not what we want to see. The last thing we want to see is them passing the ball. The Bills defense has almost gotten Flacco a couple times. I mean, it's not like we're not getting pressure, but I think we're bringing extra blitzers, which is leaving the middle of the field wide open, and Flacco's just tearing us apart there. So we do need to make that adjustment. Hopefully get somebody to cover the middle of the field. Edmonds needs to stay in the middle of the field, I think. I'm watching him drop back into coverage. Free play for the Ravens. Trent Murphy jumped off sides, so it doesn't matter. It was a 3-yard loss for Collins, but looks like it's on Buffalo. So yeah, offsides on Buffalo. So it's gonna be 1st and 5. New Orleans is up on Tampa Bay 7-0. Looks like Kamara had a short running touchdown. Tennessee's up 3-0 on Miami. New England just scored. Gronkowski with the 21-yard touchdown from Tom Brady, so they're up 7-0. So now it's 1st and 5 from the 15-yard line. Again, this bend, hopefully bend don't break. Jackson's in, and we stop him. Jackson came in for some sort of wildcat. He kept the ball, and we stopped him to no gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the 15-yard line. Buffalo, again, if we stop him to a field goal here, I consider that a win. San Fran, Minnesota still 0-0. Again, New Orleans is up 7-0. So we got 2nd and 5 from the 15-yard line. Flacco's back in under center. Looks like they have a watch the tight end. Watch the tight end. Okay, good job. Good job by Buffalo. It was a short pass to the tight end. Again, almost got to Joe Flacco. Rolled out to the right to complete it to the tight end. However, we stopped him to a 3-yard gain. They say a 4-yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. So hopefully we can stop him here. Let's try to stop them here, guys, and get off the field. Hopefully give them a field goal attempt. Let's see how smart they are. Maybe they'll actually try to go for it on 4th down, although I would not. I would just go for the points at this point in the game, especially going against the Bills' offense, which isn't supposed to be good, right? Looks like a long 1 yard. Joe Flacco's going to sneak it and get it easily. So now they're going to have 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. 9:16 to go in the first quarter. Clock's running. Yeah, the Ravens got the ball first, and they're already in the red zone. So not looking great. Again, if we get home to a field goal, that'd be huge. If we can get turnover, that'd be even better, of course. But at this point, we'll see what happens. Sorry, guys. There's stuff going on my phone. I don't know what's going on, but at this point, I'm not sure I care. All right, so Collins looks like a touchdown. Yep. Collins scores a touchdown. 8-yard touchdown run, right up the middle. No resistance. Not a good start for the Bills. 6-0 Baltimore, extra point pending. Collins with an 8-yard run. It was a 10-play, 80-yard drive. So, and most of it was passing. You know, you would think that it would be mostly running. But, man. I think the touchdown's a good call. There are a couple factors here where his knee's down. He fumbles it after the ball touches the goal line. It's a touchdown. Yeah, he crossed. It's a touchdown. I know they're debating it. They're going to review it. Because so he's on top of a pile by the time he gets to the goal line of people fighting. I'm not sure if it's a Bill or Raven on the bottom of that pile, but he's on top of them when he reaches across. I think that is a good touchdown. Like I said, Baltimore up 6-0. First possession of the game, went right down the field. I think 10 plays, 80 yards. So it's 6-0. Tucker is on for the extra point. So they confirm the touchdown. Extra point is good, and the Ravens go up 7-0 with 8:42 left in the first quarter on the Buffalo Bills. So not an exciting start if you're a Bills fan. However, the game is still early, guys. So we'll wait to see. We don't want to speculate too early, but hopefully this gets better. Hopefully it gets better for us as the Bills are down 7-0 with 9:42, I believe I said, left in the first quarter. So if you are watching, thank you for watching. Again, share this with your friends if they, for some reason, cannot get the Bills game, or if they're watching the Bills game and want to have some live interaction, we can do that here as well. If you're watching the game, you just saw what happened. Basically, the Bills defense, they did almost get to Flacco a couple times. They did get some pressure on him, but he was just able to roll out and find the tight end over the middle. A lot of times it was Nick Boyle over the middle who Fitzmagic does it again. He's doing something for Tampa. Tampa Bay game going on. I know Fitzpatrick is starting, so let me look at the scores for you real quick. I can pull up scores. So we got the Ravens up 7-0 on Buffalo. Pittsburgh, Cleveland still 0-0. Cincy, Indianapolis 0-0. Tennessee's up 3-0 on Miami. San Fran, Minnesota 0-0. New England 7-0 over Houston. New Orleans 7-0 over Tampa Bay. Jacksonville up 3-0 over New York Giants. Those are the games going on right now. And then, of course, you have the late games: Chargers, Chiefs, Cardinals, Redskins, Panthers, Cowboys, Broncos, Seahawks, Packers, Bears is the late game tonight. So that's what's going on around the league right now. But yes, the Baltimore Ravens up 7-0 on the Bills. Bills have yet to possess the ball, so we have yet to see Nathan Peterman come in. Hoping to get Nathan Peterman out there in a scoreless game. Still plenty of time. I mean, okay, they scored first, but that maybe we hopefully can stop them on defense the rest of the way. I mean, our run defense looks horrible. They passed it down the field on us. Joe Flacco, out those 80 yards, and I mean, we didn't even get a chance to look at our run defense. They didn't need to. And so that drive was 80 yards. Joe Flacco passed for 80 yards. Collins had 1 rush for 8 yards. Joe Flacco with 2 rushes for 3 yards. That's terrible run defense. We haven't a chance to see him yet. We haven't even had a chance to see him. So, and I don't have any faith in our run defense. I agree with you that it probably ain't going to look good, but they may need to. They had 1 opening drive TD last season. They scored on the opening drive this season. So, obviously, that was a point of emphasis for them. Hopefully, that means they don't score the rest of the way. So, Baltimore's going to kick it off to Buffalo. Looks like it's going to be fielded at the 3 or 4 yard line. Going to take it out. Got a nice little seam up to about the 30, 31, maybe 32 yard line. And that was Marcus Murphy with the return. So, good to see Marcus Murphy in there. I would love to say I have faith in I have faith in our secondary too. I have faith our secondary is going to turn it around. But Joe Flacco passed for 80 yards on the first possession. So his stats are what the stats are. I still love our secondary, and I think they're going to do better. I still have faith in Leslie Frazier. I think they'll figure it out. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Tampa did just score to make the game 7-7 against New Orleans. First play for Peterman is a handoff to McCoy. Right up the middle from the shotgun formation. So that's a little annoying. The only reason that's annoying is because like you call that play from miles away, right? Like everyone knows we're going to lean heavily on McCoy. I think Baltimore did a good job. Like everyone thought they'd lean heavily on Collins. So they used the pass game to set up the run game. Peterman going back for his first pass. McCoy was drilled, but it was behind the line of scrimmage. So it was before the ball was thrown. So Peterman is incomplete on his first pass attempt. So it's going to be 3rd and 11 now. And again, this is not a good start. The last thing you want after Baltimore scores is to go 3 and out, and it's not looking great. Andrew Luck's first pass was an interception. So welcome back to the NFL, and Cincinnati's up 3-0 now in that game. So last year we were 42% on 3rd downs, which was 6th in the NFL. 3rd and 11. So we have a little bit of a long way to go. We want to stay in front of the sticks if we can at the 31-yard line. Peterman's in shotgun formation. They rush. It looks like they're blitzing 5, and Peterman sacked. So I'm happy he took the sack there. It's about 2 or 3 yard loss just because if nothing was open downfield, you'd rather him take the sack than try to force something. But again, not a good start by Buffalo. I mean, watching this first series here, the experts might be right, but that's just the first series. I'm still optimistic. I'm not saying they are. I'm saying that, if you watch the first series of the game and you hear what the experts were saying about us having the worst offense in the league and their defense is going to kill us and all that, if you watch the first 2 drives, it would go to that point. So Buffalo's in punt formation at the 33, clean snap, punts on its way. Looks like he is planning to field the ball about the 26-yard line. Punt coverage does get down there, however. Good punt coverage, good special teams down to the 25, so actually lost a yard. If you're a Ravens fan, you're very happy right now, absolutely. But it looks like I couldn't see who was on that sack for Baltimore. But Baltimore does get the ball back, 1st and 10. The Bills go 3 and out, and we're on commercial break. I'm trying to see if I can figure out who the sack was, who got the sack. No, it doesn't hear who got the sack. So Ravens get a sack on 3rd down, about 3 or 4 yard loss. Buffalo's forced to punt the ball, and the Baltimore Ravens do have the ball again. This time at the 25-yard line instead of the 20. Our offensive line, again, blame our offensive line for now, but Peterman did look like he got onto the ball for a little bit, especially on that third down play. The second down play was supposed to be an out to McCoy. McCoy got knocked out of the play before Peterman threw the ball, so I'm actually surprised they didn't call intentional grounding. But it was behind the line of scrimmage, so that's why there was no pass interference, I believe. So why do I think he's in the shotgun on the first down? I don't know. I don't know if he's not comfortable taking a snap under center or not. I think he took a snap under center on second down, though. On third down, they were in shotgun. But I don't know why. Like I went off on a rant about why I don't like the shotgun halfback delay. I think it was the second or third preseason game when I was on here. So I go off forever about how I hate that play, and we use that on first down. I don't know. They sent 5 extra guys. What's the line? Well, I think they sent 6 on that third down play because and that's why we need to not get into those third and long situations. We need to be in 3rd and 5 or less, so that way they can't just tee off. We need McCoy to be able to do his thing and be able to be a threat on third down. So we need to be able to do that on the first 2 downs of the game. Baltimore does like the zone blitzes. A lot of teams in the AFC North like that zone blitz. So, but let's see if the defense with Leslie Frazier and Sean McDermott has made any adjustments as Baltimore starts with the ball. 1st and 10 at Buffalo's 25-yard line, or at their own 25-yard line. I'm sorry. 1st and 10, they run. Wide receiver goes out. Oh, nice tackle! Maybe a half-yard gain. Gains with the tackle, like give him a full yard. I don't know if I like that, but wide receiver came in motion and at the snap got the ball handed off to him for a 1-yard gain. So good defensive stop. 2nd and 9. They're showing the recap of the first drive. So far, total yards, Buffalo is 91, or Baltimore is 91. Buffalo is -4. Flacco's in shotgun. Short pass. Oh, go for the pick. Don't go for the hit. Dang it. Tre'Davious White went for the hit. Crabtree dropped the ball. If White's looking for the ball there, it could easily have been intercepted. And White didn't even hit Crabtree, his own guy. So look for the ball. You guys got to look for the ball. But it's 3rd and 9. Let's hopefully get a 3 and out here and get off the field. So 3rd and 9. Crabtree still doesn't have a catch. John Brown, I believe, has like 2. Flacco's in shotgun. Throws it high to 83, which would be Willie Snead. So, better job on the second drive. 4th and 9, they gained a yard. And Buffalo's going to get the ball right back. We have Jeremy Curley is back in punt coverage, and as I said earlier, he's only, I think, 7 yards away to reaching, seven punt yards here. He reaches over 1,500 for his career. Great punt to about the 12-yard line in Buffalo, and Curley gets it to 15. Curley wasn't going to let go out of bounds, but then bounced inbounds and kept going back. So he grabbed it with no one behind him, but he was only able to turn around and get 3 yards. So he went that far, not behind him, but Buffalo does get the ball back. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. So with 6:25 to go in the first quarter, the Buffalo Bills are down 7-0 to the Baltimore Ravens. Again, Baltimore had 80 yards on their first possession and scored a touchdown. Collins with an 8-yard touchdown run. That was his only run of the whole series, though, as Flacco threw really well on that drive. But a great job on the second drive. A 1st down run. We stopped into 1-yard gain. 2 incompletions right after that. Best news so far for the Bills. Well, after that drive, I have to say the way our secondary recovered and didn't allow any more points. We can't go down more than 2 scores. We're not a team that is ready to come back from more than 2 scores down. Right now, Pregame has time in the game. Coaches can tell them to relax. So the fact that we did not let them score on that second drive, even a field goal, to me is very important. So that's the best news so far. I would like to see us maybe start with passing the ball on 1st down in this drive. Mix it up a little bit. Last thing I want us to do is become predictable. Buffalo has always had a problem with, to me, Buffalo's always had a problem with being predictable. I don't know what you guys think with their play calling, but I would like to see us pass the ball here on first down. I think, like I said, Baltimore did a good job. We need to start with the pass to open up the run. Most teams start with the run to open up the pass. We need to actually do the opposite of that because teams are ready for us to run the ball. So they're going to put 8 in the box until we prove that, maybe even 9 in the box, until we can prove we can throw the ball. So Peterman needs to find open receivers early. Needs to get it to the tight ends. I mean, he didn't turn the ball over, so that's good. I didn't see that third down play, so what kind of coverage they were showing him. But he didn't turn the ball over. So scores around league: Pittsburgh, Cleveland still tied, 6:24 left to go in the first. Cincy's up 3-0 on Indy. Tennessee's up 3-0 on Tennessee, or Tennessee's up 3-0 on Miami. Minnesota's up 3-0 on San Fran. New England's up 7-0 on Houston. New Orleans is up 10-7 on Tampa Bay. Jacksonville's up 3-0 on the New York Giants. So those are the 1 o'clock games. They're showing reaction from both sidelines as the Bills went on to make it to the playoffs last year, showing the locker room of Buffalo and the sidelines of Baltimore. So 1st and 10, Peterman's in shotgun again with the pass on first down. Oh, yeah, he had him. He had Curley open actually over the middle, threw it behind him a little bit. So he needs to calm down a little bit. You know, obviously he knows that there's this huge monkey on his back from last year. Hopefully he just calms down a little bit, relax. You'll find open guys, but Curley ran right up the seam and he was open, a little behind him. Got both, maybe got both hands on it. Got one at least, but he really didn't have a chance to pull that one in. That would have been a great catch if he pulled it in. Fake handoff to McCoy from shotgun. Give the ball to Curley for a 3-yard gain. I like that play call. I want to give Peterman some easy receptions. Right now, before that play, he was 0 for 2, and he took a sack on 3 pass plays. So just to get a wide open Curley coming out of the backfield. That was supposed to be not so predictable. Well, I hope so, because now we got 3rd and 7. Again, we can't keep going 3 and out. That's just not. And now we're inside the 20-yard line, so field position becomes an issue with Baltimore's great punt that they punted to us. So 3rd and 7, back in shotgun. Throws it to Calvin Benjamin, but not even close to him. Needs to throw that 50-50 ball a little bit better where Calvin can go up and get it. So now we're talking 4th and 7. 6 plays, -1 yard so far. That's Buffalo's offense. 6 plays, -1 yard. So not exactly what we want to see from our offense. Again, we have a new punter. It's not Kobe Schmidt. It's this Bajorges guy, left-footed punter that we got from New England. His first punt was 46 yards. We actually need a much better punt this time. Hopefully 50, 60-some-yard punt would be really good here. But we did have good punt coverage downfield on the last punt. He's going to field this at about the 32-yard line, and if we could hold a tackle, he wouldn't have gotten anywhere, but he only gets to about 34. So that's where Baltimore will start with the ball again. And if this was still a field position game, which it's not anymore because Baltimore's up 7-0, Baltimore is even winning the field position game. So not a great start for Buffalo. Down 7-0. Baltimore has the ball 1st and 10 at about the 38-yard line. 6 offensive plays for Buffalo so far, -1 yard. The second drive for Baltimore went well for us. Stopped them to a 3-and-out. First down, they ran the ball for 1 yard, then 2 incompletions. If Tre'Davious White was looking up on second down instead of looking to get a good hit on the wide receiver, who, by the way, Crabtree ducked and you hit your own guy, but still, if he was looking for the ball, it could have been intercepted. So hopefully the coaches talked about that a little bit. It's nice to get a good look every now and then, but just remember to look for the ball. Where's the ball located compared to where you're going? So 7-0 Baltimore. We got 5:31 left in the game. And like I said, left in the first quarter. And the Bills still have yet to get positive yards on offense. Baltimore, first drive, they went 80 yards for a score. And then the second drive, they did go 3-and-out with only gaining 1 yard. So hopefully our defense can continue to improve there. Get a turnover here maybe would be really nice to kind of change the momentum. This game is in Baltimore. And so the crowd's probably really into it right now. So let's try to get some momentum swings here. Just get us some sort of positive, like Promethean Uber said earlier. What the best positive so far, and the best positive so far is that we haven't turned the ball over, and that our defense did do better on that second drive. But right now, again, we're still down 7-0. We need something to turn this game around. I don't know if I said this, guys, but if you're a betting man, obviously you can't bet on the game anymore. Buffalo was underdog by 7.5. I would definitely take the Bills to at least cover the spread. I had the Bills win the game outright, so. And I believe the over-under was set at 42.5. Is that right? No, 38.5. I'm sorry, 38.5. I actually would have taken the over. So if you're a betting man, I would have taken the over at 38.5 and Buffalo to cover the 7.5-point spread. The 38.5 is still questionable, but the Buffalo covering spread part doesn't look that great. But again, it's still early, still halfway to go in the first quarter, 5:31 to go. Baltimore has the ball. We're back from commercial break. Again, if you were joining us for the first time, please note, welcome to Believers Talk. I'll get back to you after the snap. Joe Flacco's under center, hand off to Collins on first down, and we tackle him for about 4-yard gain. I feel like that should have been less than that. Good job by, I think that's Poyer, who held on to his leg there. But we definitely need to do a better job. That's 4 yards on first down. You keep doing that, it's first down every time. But welcome to Believers Talk. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, share this video so others know that I'm live here giving the commentary on the game so no one misses the Buffalo Bills versus Baltimore Ravens. Second down for Baltimore, 2nd and 7, so they only gave him 3. It's a play action fake. Flacco with the ball. Crabtree bobbles it. Incomplete. Poyer dove for the interception, just missed it. So it's going to be 3rd and 7. Good coverage by Poyer on the play. By Jordan Poyer against Vontae Davis. They're now showing Andrew Luck running, scrambling. Don't know why. Oh, he got hit pretty hard. That's why. Don't tell me he's out of the game already. Poor guy. I hope not. But anyway, so 3rd and 7. Flacco's back to pass, going long, not open. Don't you dare throw a flag. It looked like feet got tangled. There is a flag. 2 flags on the play. It looked like their feet got tangled, guys. I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously, we see it from a different angle than the officials. The officials were right there. But I'm going to get this call real quick. I mean, they're trying to say it's uncatchable, which is a rule in the NFL. They're talking. The officials are talking. It looks like they're going to call it. Pass interference on Buffalo, all right? So it's a first down. They're calling Tavon Johnson. I still think that, I don't think that was pass interference. Again, I'm not at field level. Uncatchable or not, that I don't know. I don't like the call personally. They look like high school kids. I don't think they look that bad. Believe me, I appreciate high school kids. I know how bad they look. But it's not looking good to start. Baltimore has the ball, 1st and 10 at the 35. They're have Jackson in the game. They tried to do a trick play. Jackson throwing the ball. That was well scouted by Buffalo. Looked really bad by Baltimore. What they did is Flacco was in shotgun. No, Flacco was on center, and Jackson was playing as wide receiver. Came and he got the ball pitched to him. But Buffalo did a really good job at cutting off the route and making him throw a terrible pass. Actually, a really terrible pass. No one was in the area. It was over a Baltimore receiver's head and under the other receiver. So. Just enough to not get intentional grounding, but man, that was dangerous. So we got 2nd and 10, fake handoff, shotgun, and the tight end is wide open. Looks like it's gonna be a catch for 11 yards to Andrews, and then there's a flag on Buffalo for a late hit. Yeah, on Tre'Davious White. Oh, there is no foul on the play. Okay, hit was legal. Good stuff, but still first down. Baltimore is again in field goal range already. So, I mean, best case scenario at this point looks like we can go up 10-0 unless we can force a turnover or get a sack or 2 on Flacco. It does look like we will go down 2 scores. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Flacco 6 of 10 for 91 yards. And we could say what we want about the run defense not being good, but again, that's all secondary. Are we overplaying the run so we don't get beat with the run? That's fine. On first down, we do stop Collins for no gain. Jerry Hughes was in on the tackle, so 2nd and 10. Maybe we're overstuffing the box, preparing for the run, and they're taking advantage of that. The Bills are going to win 5 games this year. I mean, that's better than what the USA Today has us doing. The USA Today has us going 3-13, so maybe we'll be okay with 5 wins. I like the new Bills hats. That's the positive of this game so far. The Bills hats on the sideline. But now we got 2nd and 10. Flacco in shotgun, throws the ball short, and he's tackled right away. That's number 83. I haven't even seen 83 on my sheet. All right. Well, Willie Snead. Duh. Willie Snead is the first guy on there. So a quick pass for 4 yards to Willie Snead makes it 3rd and 6. There's 2:57 and counting to go in the first quarter. Baltimore has the ball 3rd and 6 from the 19. We really would love a stop here, but we don't get it as they throw it out to the wide receiver who's coming out on a flat. This one's to Allen. Our coverage did not get there in time. It looks like an 8-yard gain, and it's going to be 1st and goal Baltimore. So Baltimore is really controlling this game so far. I don't know who would have been on the wide out there. I am a little upset. Phillip Gaines went for the ball instead of the tackle. He would have had the first down anyway. But then he just got trucked, and so Carlos Hyde came over and made the tackle. So now we got 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Flacco back. Is that caught? Well, if it's caught, it's for a 1-yard gain, so it's not that big of a deal. Alexander with some good coverage there from the linebacker position. It was to Williams, their second tight end. So 2nd and goal from the 7-yard line. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Again, it's already 7-0 Baltimore. Really hope that we stop to a field goal here, guys. Defense is not looking good. You are right, Michael Barrow, and that's going with passing more than running. But that's because they haven't needed to run the ball because the secondary is just leaving everyone wide open. Maybe it's time to put Vontae Davis in. Jackson is back in there. This time they use him as a decoy, and Joe Flacco has a terrible pass into the ground. Makes it 3rd and goal. Good coverage by Poyer. And a good job by not falling for the fake of Lamar Jackson. Jackson's been on 3 plays. I think he's 0 for 2 on the 2 pass plays that he's ran, and then he hasn't run the ball yet. So he was ran a decoy there. So now Flacco's in shotgun, 9-14 for 108 yards already. Shotgun from the 7-yard line, 3rd and goal. Touchdown Baltimore. No one was even covering. Was that Brown? That's Brown, yeah. No one's even covering him in the back of the end zone. So another 10-play drive that ends in a touchdown. And Brown had a lot to say to Poyer, so I don't know if Poyer was supposed to be covering him. Poyer was covering him on the 2nd down play that was short and incomplete, and they were mincing words back and forth. And then they were on a 3-wide receiver set, and Poyer just stops. I don't know if Poyer thought that Brown was going to run an out route, but he just stops, and he runs by him and scores a touchdown. So now it's 14-0 Baltimore. 1:32 left to go in the first quarter, and we're already down 2 scores. That's not the situation you want to put Nathan Peterman in. Again, it's still early. I mean, we still have plenty of time to establish the run, but really right now we haven't established anything. We don't even have first down. Someone's seen out the first quarter. And to be honest, I don't think we have a positive, right now, our total offense is -1 yard. So we need to get positive yards. Positive yards wins in this league, and scoring. Those 2 things. So right now, what can you say? All the experts who had Buffalo looking terrible this year are right. And if this is the case, guys, this does not bode well for the rest of the season. If we get destroyed in this game, it does not bode well for the rest of the season. If we get destroyed in this game, I would be very happy to win 5 games, to be honest with you. We just don't look good in any facet right now. Any facet. We could say our run defense looks good, but they've only ran the ball. I'm going to say they ran the ball 7 times so far. They haven't ran the ball that much because they don't need to. Yeah, 7 times. Collins has 3 rushes for 11 yards. Flacco 2 for 3. Brown 1 for 1. And Jackson does have a run, 1 for 0 yards. So not a great start. Baltimore does kick it off to us. Looks like it's going to be a touchback, so we will get the ball at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 Buffalo, 25-yard line. Again, this game is not looking good, guys, but it's still too early to say we don't have a chance here. 14-0 Baltimore. Buffalo does get the ball at the 25-yard line. Hopefully, we can get a couple first downs on this drive. I'm not even saying score on this drive, but get a couple first downs. Is it too early to start drinking? Ha, no. No. I'm not telling you what's in this cup, so it's never too early to start. Well, I guess it can be too early to start drinking, depending who you are. All right, first down. Run a little counter with McCoy. Gains like there's a flag though. Gained a yard. Got us back to 0, but I think there's a hold on Buffalo. Never mind. Wow. All right, so now it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 15. 71. So that's going to be Marshall Newhouse, who, by the way, sucks. I don't know why Marshall Newhouse is in this game. Come on. He led the team in penalties during the preseason. 14-0 Baltimore. 1st and 20 from the 15-yard line. 1:18 to go. Peterman's in shotgun at the 10-yard line. Puts Zay Jones in motion. McCoy in the backfield. Peterman gets sacked down at the 10. He has no hope back there. No hope back there. Young with the sack. So now it's going to be 2nd and 25 from the 10. Yeah, it's not looking good. We'll talk about some other things in the second half, apparently. Peterman just didn't look good. Didn't have any time. They rushed 5. It looks like they rushed 5. Yeah, 93 got in there, turned Peterman around. Peterman tried to scramble to the outside, and that's when 25 got in there with the sack. So now we got 2nd and 24. Actually, they gave us the 11, so yay. 2 sacks so far for Baltimore on the day. Shotgun formation. They give it to McCoy. No, they give it to is that Murphy? All right. So Marcus Murphy actually gets us out to the 17-yard line, so positive yards. So that's nice to see. Yeah, we need a first down. I mean, we need a first down badly. So we got third and 20. It looks like we're gonna wait till the end of the first quarter. There's only 5 seconds left in the quarter. So end of the first quarter, Buffalo is down 14-0. We got 3rd and what looks like forever from about the 17-yard line. So not the way you want to start the game, but again, we still have 3 quarters to go. Still excited, guys. Still excited. Still week 1 of the NFL season. How long people start screaming for Allen? Some people might already be screaming for Allen. I hope they don't put Allen in for. I definitely hope they don't put Allen in this game. They need a yard first. Marcus Murphy got us like 7 there, right? So let's be honest here. Yeah, Marcus Murphy run rush for 7 yards. So he got 7. So right now it looks like in the matchup, let's see, it's telling us that total yards, we have 2. We have 2 total yards, guys. Come on, that's exactly what I asked for. I asked for us to get some positive total yards in the first quarter. We're fine. We're in good shape. We got 2 total yards. They got 2 touchdowns. So, I mean, it's like apples to oranges, right? Anyhow, it is a good time to start drinking, and that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Bills Cup number 2. There you go. Bills Cup number 2. Put it to good use. Oh, don't worry. There's another one in here, too. There is another Bills Cup in here, too, if I need it. All kinds of things going on here on Believers Talk. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time on Believers Talk, please be sure to like this video, share it, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube. We will be going live for all the Bills losses or gains, whatever. This season, it's the first quarter. We need to relax. We need to relax. But we will be here for as many of the Bills games as we can. I do know that there will be 2 that I will be at, so I will not be live streaming those games. That will be the Monday night game against the New England Patriots, which I will direct you all to the Sports Fury. If you are not a fan of their show, I would tell you to go on there. They do the same thing with these live play-by-play and commentary things for all primetime games. They were here on Thursday night for the Eagles game. They'll be on here tonight for the Bears game, which will be fun to watch because Josh is a Bears fan. Josh and Sean are the 2 guys who run the channel. But they do the Sunday night and they do Monday night games as well. Not sure if they're going to do both Monday night games tomorrow, but normally they're there for the Monday night games. I do not play fantasy football. I used to play a lot of fantasy football. Like I would be the guy who had 20 teams and be going nuts, figuring out, oh, that's free play. Why can't we get the free play? He did not impede the quarterback. Like if this is on Buffalo, I'll go nuts too. Nope, it's on Buffalo. You gotta be kidding me. So how does center go off sides? He faked the snap count. They're in 22, guys. Center 1 offsides. So we're going to do HB delay to McCoy. Or is that Murphy again? This Murphy again. So we get to the 20, 26. No, sorry, 24. And another punt. But positive yards. So, I mean, hey. Like, who said that in here? Baby steps, right? Baby steps. Yeah, the Bills are not looking good right now. Just start drinking. Everything looks better when you drink them. 17-14, New Orleans, Tampa Bay. So that, like someone said on here, that might be a shootout. Good punt down to the 29. Good punt coverage. No tackling. No tackling. So it looks like they're going to have a special teams touchdown, except for, no, he gets tackled inside the 25. No tackling. We got down there. We did a good job getting down there, all 3 punts, but missed every single tackle. Score alert in the Indianapolis-Cincinnati game. Indy just scored a touchdown. Andrew Luck to Ebron. But, yeah. Missed tackle. We had 3 missed tackles. We had them, and then we just 3 missed tackles. Then a missed tackle by a punter. I don't blame him because he's not meant to tackle anybody. I think that's not the punter who dove in there. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure who that was. But so now they're already in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Looks like they're going to get ready to score again. Again, worst case scenario, the way it's going. Oh, Shaq Lawson with a great play. Shaq Lawson with a great play. What they tried to do is set up a screen, and blitz was coming straight at the center on Joe Flacco. And Lawson was able to get up and get his hands on the ball. Almost had an interception. And if he had an interception, they would have had to catch him behind. Yeah, Edmonds came on a delayed blitz right up the middle. And they set up the screen pretty nicely. But the pass never got there. So good job by Shaq Lawson. Good defense there. Bills are showing blitz again. Foreman up front. Edmonds was creeping towards the line. Look like Flacco calls for an audible. And then they run it to Collins. And Milano comes in and cleans that up for a 4-yard loss. So, again, great job. Great job. I don't blame, especially on this drive right now, I don't blame our defense for this. And our run defense isn't looking that bad. And maybe that's why our pass defense is looking so suspect. Right there, we sent we sent 7 guys after the run. So it was a run blitz. So are we showing too many run blitzes? And that's why it's easy downfield? Don't know. But Flacco's in trouble. Flacco's scrambling. We only blitzed 3 sent 4. We sent 4. Okay. Incomplete. So great job by our defense. So now it's 4th and 13, stopping them to a field goal after a horrendous tackling effort by our special teams. But it does look like as long as Tucker can make what looks to be a 39, 40-yard field goal, that they will go up 17-0 on the Buffalo Bills. Now, the good news is we do receive the ball to start the second half, 41-yard attempt. I apologize, 41-yard attempt. But We do receive the ball to start the second half. Maybe we can get on the board here to in the second quarter and build on that. But we really needed to survive the onslaught that would have been Baltimore being pumped for this game, and we haven't done that. 17-0. Tucker's field goal is good. 13-14. 13 minutes and 14 seconds left to go in the second quarter, and the Bills are trailing Baltimore Ravens 17-0. I would say we need our receivers to step up, Dominic K, but I haven't seen the ball thrown to many of our wide receivers, to be honest with you. We just haven't been on the field long enough. I'm going to need a designated driver. That's why I stay home. Yeah, I mean, again, if we score in this half, it might still be a different game. They aren't open. Well, and then start throwing up some 50-50 balls to Kelvin Benjamin. I mean, those are the type of balls Benjamin loves to catch anyway. That ball down the sideline, Kelvin Benjamin needs to be higher in the air. It needs to be about 2 yards shorter. Peterman's getting opportunities. He's a starting quarterback week 1. Like, he needs to – I mean, on the first drive, he can't hold the ball that long on third down. Even if, I'm happy he didn't force anything and take a sack, but, man, he held on to that ball too long. What happened to the guy in the preseason? Why haven't we targeted our tight ends yet? Again, we needed to come out setting up the pass to set up the run, and we haven't done that at all. At all. So. Yeah, I mean, the defense is looking like they can improve. Right? They looked really good on that possession. So every other possession, they look really good. Because the first possession, they looked terrible. Second possession, they had 3 and out. Third possession, they allowed another touchdown. And then that possession, they're great, but unfortunately, special teams can't tackle downfield, and so we just don't score. So that leads to them easy score. So, but hey, we get the kickoff again. We are still Bills fans here. I really hope that Nathan Peterman gets to play the first few games of the season, to be honest with you. I hope we don't start Josh Allen week 2, week 3. If the season's over by week 5, week 6, then we can start thinking about it. At best, I don't want to see him until after our bye week against Jacksonville. Because there's really no point in playing him if you start, 0-4, 0-5. Nathan Peterman starts the game 1 for 4 for 3 yards. Yeah, he's only had 4 pass attempts. It's not, don't show Josh Allen. They're showing Josh Allen on the sideline. Just don't even show him. He's our backup. If Peterman gets hurt, we'll put him in. All right, so it looks like this is not going to be a returnable kick again. Touchback to the 25-yard line, and Peterman does come back in as he should. Hopefully that doesn't become a debatable topic. Edmonds looked really good in that series. Like I said, he came in on the delayed blitz on first down. Shaq Lawson almost came up with a great interception. Tampa Bay, New Orleans is 17-17 with 11-12 left to go in the second. Miami's up 7-3 on Tennessee. Buffalo starts the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Peterman again, shotgun. He is not taking too many snaps under center. I don't know if we're trying to fool Baltimore into think that we're running the ball more than we are. Fake handoff to McCoy. Passes out to Curley in the flat, who gets it to about the 29-yard line. So, 4 yards on first down, we're going to take that. The way our offense has been playing, 4 yards on first down, we're going to take that. 2nd and 6, 4 yards on each play will get you a first down. 2nd and 6, a lot of different things can happen. Steelers scored a touchdown to go up 7-0. Looks like it was a rushing touchdown. So that wasn't by Le'Veon Bell, of course. All right, so we got 2nd and 6. The good thing about 2nd and 6 is you can run and pass. And it looks like they're going to run with McCoy. McCoy gets the edge. Guys, and a flag. And a flag. I think that flag's going to be on Baltimore, which might be enough for a first down. Hold on. Never mind. It's going to be holding on Buffalo. We thought maybe. We were so close, guys. So close. But holding on Buffalo. We'll take this back. Holding. 62, which will be Ducasi. Not one of those guys that you don't want to start on your offensive line, but we have to. Back to the drinking. Back to the drinking. Cheers, guys. Go Bills. So now we got 2nd and 14, it looks like. Yeah. Which it shouldn't be 2nd and 14. Oh, yeah, it should. Never mind. All right, pass. Calvin Benjamin sighting. Drops the ball, though. That you know what? That's on Kevin Benjamin. That's a good place for it. Peterman put it in the right spot. Kevin Benjamin needs to come down with that pass. He did. He had it in both hands. He had it. He came down. I don't know if him hitting the ground made him drop the ball, but that's all on Kevin Benjamin. You need to make that catch for your young quarterback. He has both hands on. He's in the air. Yeah, the corner does a good job getting his hand in between the hand of, it looks like Humphreys maybe. But you need to catch that. I'm sorry. You need to secure that going down. So now we got 3rd down. Peterman's in shotgun. Throws the ball to Zay Jones, and that's incomplete. So that's going to lead to another punt. Another 3 and out, guys. We almost had 1st down, but Ducasi has to hold, and so now instead of having a 1st down, we had 2nd and 14. So now it's 4th and 14. Going to be the 4th punt of the game for Bajorgas. Well, thank you, all right, Tasker. I hope you're here every week. But yeah, the season's not getting off to a good start in the first quarter and 3 minutes. But again, it is the first quarter and 3 minutes. I hate to think that we only get excited for a quarter and 3 minutes before we give up. Good special teams coverage this time. Holmes with the tackle. Not exactly a secure tackle, but he did wrap up the feet to get it. So Andre Holmes with a tackle. Baltimore gets the ball back. 11:58 to go in the 2nd quarter. Already 17-0 Baltimore. How many guy paid? This was my first year with DirecTV, so this year I got it for free. So very excited about that, which means next year will be the first year I pay, and next year it might be worth it because we have so much capital. This year it still might be worth it, guys. Come on, we're not even a quarter and a half into the season. Let's calm down. If we have to drink our way through week 1, we'll drink our way through week 1. But 79 Baltimore. 11:58 to go in the 2nd quarter. We'll do some of the scores here. Of course, 17-0 Baltimore. Pittsburgh's beating Cleveland 7-0. Indy's beating Cincy 10-3. Miami's beating Tennessee 7-3. Minnesota's up on San Fran 10-3. New England's up on Houston 14-3. Tampa and New Orleans tied at 17. Jacksonville's up 6-3 on the Giants. So that's what's going on right now. I'm going to check on Blake Bortles, see how he's doing. 9 for 14 for 85 yards and an interception. See how Tom Brady's doing. Let's see how Deshaun Watson's doing, actually. Deshaun Watson is 1 for 6 for 3 yards. Wow. Tom Brady's 9 for 13 for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick. And that's why we got a young punter. That's why we're going to have Colby Schmidt, because he's a little older. We're going to trust that leg to have 90 punts this year. So we decided to get the young guy. That way we know. We got a left footer too. So if his left foot gets tired, he can just go right footed. Let's go back to some of these scores. I'm going to check on Pittsburgh here. Ben's 7 for 13 with an interception. Tyrod Taylor, 3 for 9, 37 yards. There you go. That's the guy we wanted. Please. I'm still so happy we got Josh Allen. I don't care how the season even turns out. People are going to be yelling at us about Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod fans are going to be talking about Tyrod Taylor. I get it, but we saw the best we could get out of Tyrod Taylor, and that's a wild card performance. I didn't even say he can win a wild card game. I'll say that. But that's not what we want. We want Super Bowls. We want Super Bowls. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about Ducasi right now. These are guys that we don't want in there. I mean, that's the sad part. I won't be surprised if we see a trade like at the end of week 1 for one of these stupid new offensive linemen. All right, so Baltimore's got the ball 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They're gonna play action on 1st down. We just can't get Joe Flacco down. It's funny. So it ends up being a run for no yards. Edmonds with a good tackle. Jerry Hughes came from behind and actually almost had Flacco for a huge loss. Yeah, Wyatt Teller's not active. So, but yeah, we almost had Flacco for a sack and we just couldn't get him down. So that's like the 4th time, I think, around that's happened. So, Flacco's 10 for 17, 115 yards and a touchdown. But compared to the start, that's actually not that bad. You know, he started after that first drive. It's not that bad. So we have 2nd and 10. Jackson's back in the game, but again, he's going to be in as a decoy as he goes in motion. Handoff is to Collins, who gets 16 yards. No, it's like 8 yards. I don't know why I said 16 yards. Sometimes I'm crazy. Probably too much of this. Oh. Bills are down 17-0, so maybe too much of this is a good thing. So we got 3rd and 5. So it was only a 5-yard game. I don't know where I got it from either. Too much of this. So we do have 3rd down 5. It would be nice to get off the field here from the 35-yard line. Flacco is in shotgun. We got 3 wide receivers set on the top of the screen, which would be the right. Flacco's getting pressured again. Will not go down, but an incomplete pass. So that defense stepping up. Tremaine Edmonds with some good coverage there. So again, Buffalo's defense able to get off the field 17-0. This is the defense we came to expect, what we've seen over the past, I'll say past 4 drives even though I wasn't a huge fan of that touchdown drive. But unfortunately, Steve Taskell's on the field. Why don't we have him playing, reporting more? Maybe we'll do better. Get him on our special teams coverage. Hell, get him in at wide receiver at this point. But Baltimore is getting ready to punt, except for we jump off sides, which will give Baltimore a 1st down. Yeah, we did. We did. That was us. We did that. So it went from 4th and 5 to us jumping off sides. And now it's a 1st down Baltimore. Number 44, Lacey. Deon Lacey. Yeah, he won't be seeing any playing time anytime soon. Wow. 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 1st and 10, Baltimore. Yeah, I like what Brandon Nichols just said because, you know, I thought about that. We have 63 penalty yards, which is almost triple, maybe more than triple than our total yards. Sean McDermott's not happy. There's very little clapping going on right now. Yeah, but I like what Brandon Nichols just said. Maybe this is actually better because our defense will be the only way we're scoring in this game. Oh, fumble! Baltimore fumbles the ball. Great call by Nichols. Bills recover. Collins with the fumble on 1st down. Buffalo has it. Big break for the Bills. Big break for the Bills. We need to capitalize on this. Not with a field goal either. We need to score a touchdown on this drive. They're still trying to break up the pile, but it has already been signaled that's Buffalo's ball. Big break. Was that Edmonds who caused the fumble? Milano's in there. Yeah, Edmonds. Helmet on the ball. Perfect. Forces the fumble. Looks like Milano is the one who recovers the fumble. But great job. Great job. But yeah, Edmonds definitely is the one who caused that fumble. Got a helmet right on the ball. Lawson, looked like Lawson was going to recover it, but then Milano almost took off his arm recovering it himself. Milano wants that stat. Last time we won a game by trailing by more than three or more scores was September 25th of 2011 when we trailed New England 21-0. Just so everyone's aware. Timeout Baltimore. 10:15 left to go in the 2nd quarter. Buffalo is down 17-0, but we did just recover a fumble. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Houston scores another field goal to make it 14-6 against New England. There's 10:15 left to go here. Again, guys, score some points. Let's score some points. Who knows what's going to happen? I do trust our coaching staff. Our defense is obviously looking a lot better. If we can stop Baltimore at 17 points, do we have a chance to win this game? Maybe. Maybe. I think one of my predictions was 19-17 for this game, us winning. So I'll take it. All right, we're in shotgun, 35-yard line, 10-15 to go, 1st and 10. Baltimore finally jumps. We finally get a penalty on Baltimore. That's going to be 5, unless this is on Groy again, because, those centers like to move with the ball in their hand. Ridiculous. But, yeah, this down definitely looks on Baltimore. Looks like it's going to be on Williams. I'm looking for number 98 here, Brandon Williams with the encroachment. So Buffalo moves the ball 5 yards on not even 1st down. That's probably the best offense we've seen from the Bills all day. I tell you what, 1st and 5 from the 30. We're even in field goal range, so we might even get points on this drive, guys. This is awesome. This is just what a great series already. This is the best series of the game for Buffalo on offense. In shotgun, Peterman throws it up for Benjamin. Almost throws an interception. Good job by not. But number 24 for Baltimore, which would be Brandon Carr, had a better jump on the ball than Benjamin did. So actually, it looks like it hit Carr in the helmet. But good try. 1st and 5. No, actually. So it hit Carr in the hands, and Benjamin threw his hand up like this to make sure that Carr didn't get it. So good job by Benjamin to make sure there wasn't a pick there. Nathan Peterman 2 for 8 for 7 yards. Looks like it's going to be an HB delay from shotgun. Again, we all know how much I love that play. And 1 yard. 1 yard. Love that play. Great play call. No one saw that coming either. No one. Oh, wait. I did. So there's no way the Baltimore defensive coordinator did. Let me tell you something, guys. I'm not that smart of a guy. I love football. All right. But I'm not that smart of a guy. So if I can figure out what you're doing before you do it, chances are so did everyone else in the stadium. So did the defensive coordinator, head coach, all of them. So, but anyway, we got 3rd and 4 from the 29-yard line. Peterman's in shotgun, 5 wide receivers set. Don't get sacked here, you moron. Don't listen to me. Sacked by Baltimore. Looks like Terrell Suggs isn't on that one. Back to the 34-yard line. So let's make this a little longer for Hauschka. That has to be a flag. Get off the field. Come on. Whatever. Dwight Hat will, of course, come over and show Baltimore where their sideline is because they might have forgotten. And so we don't want to throw a flag because who wants to do that? But, we want to make sure they know where their sideline is. Got my lunch, guys. So 52-yard attempt for Hauschka. Get us on the board, please. Yeah. Hauschka starts 0-for-1 for the season. That thing barely made it to the end zone. Not sure if I got tipped or not. So that means Baltimore starts with the ball at the 42-yard line. That fumble break we just got, just give it right back. Just give it right back. Right, run a screen to McCoy. Instead of that stupid HB delay shit, run a screen to McCoy. Sorry for my language. Sure you guys don't, most of you don't care about. Okay. Drink. Whenever Josh is going to be tonight, the Bears are losing. Because normally I see them, they're not doing the games of teams they like, They're doing just the primetime games, which is cool. But I don't think I've seen Josh or Sean do a primetime game with teams they like in it. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah. Those are guys at Sports for, like I said, tonight, they're going to have the Sunday night game. So if you're not a fan of them, subscribe. They do all the primetime games. If you're here for the first time, welcome to Believers Talk. Not the greatest start to the season. We're not having a great time, but we're still having a good time. So thank you for joining us. It's still NFL Week 1. It's still football. Like I said, I still love football. The Bills' offense looks horrible. If you haven't been watching this game or if you're just tuning in, I think they have a total of 15 yards, something like that, on 4 possessions, and that might be giving them a little extra. We did just recover a fumble, went 3 and out anyway. Hauschka misses a 52-yard field goal. Again, Peterman can't take that sack on 3rd down. He sheds the first attempt at the sack. Comes up into the pocket a little more, and there's Terrell Suggs waiting for him. Needs to try to get around. Obviously, you don't want to run into Suggs. Suggs is not going to miss a tackle, but Need to do something more. Need to try to get McCoy involved in this game somehow. Running the ball hasn't been great, and we keep getting penalized, and so we're starting behind the sticks. So running isn't our best option. But welcome to Believers Talk. I will be going live for most of the games. The only two games as of now that I will not be going live for is the primetime game between the Jaguars between the Patriots and the Bills on Monday Night Football Week 8. And then I will not be going live for the Jaguars game after our bye week, week 11, because I will be at that game. So other than those two games, I do plan on being live right here. So if you are a fan of the Bills, that's a little bit of a false start on Baltimore. A little bit. Yo, guys, please, Jerry Hughes, please make it offsetting penalties, you moron. False start on Baltimore. It was. So it's going to be 1st and 15. Love the grind. Hey, John. Not looking too good. Not looking too good, man. 17-0 Baltimore. Our defense is getting better. Like, that first drive was horrible. But Flacco's in shotgun. Dropped by Collins. Collins could have had a catch there, but it wouldn't have been for many yards. There's a flag on the play. Looks like really not good. I'll tell you why it's not good in a second here. Taron Johnson came up to make the tackle, and he got knocked out pretty good. Knocked himself out. Call him pass interference on the offense. That's just going to be, if we're accepting penalty, it's going to replay first down, right? I don't recall a first down play yet. Had the false start. Then we had that. I don't recall a first down play. But yeah, Taron Johnson is down on the play. Again, I think when he led his, like when he went to make the tackle, his helmet was the first to make contact. So he's down. He's moving, not well. They're helping him up right now. He's sitting up at this point, but he's still down. Again, Taron Johnson hit pretty hard. It looks like the refs are joking with Poyer and Hyde at this point, so I'm glad that. Yeah. So Allen, or was it that Allen? Yeah, was coming in, like he was running across the field to make the catch. And then when Taron Johnson came to make the tackle, Allen's hip pad went right into his, or whatever that pad's called, came right into his neck area. So looks like he might be out for a little bit, just doing concussion protocol type stuff. But yeah, it's Taron Johnson was down, so he might be out for a few plays. He's pretty much our nickel corner. But here we go, 1st and 25 now. Oh, we almost got a sack again, but not quite. 1st and 25, they have completion for, I'm going to say, about 6 yards. They have the 34-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down long still. Still got 2 sticks, more than 10 yards. Hughes was the one who came in, almost sacked Flacco. He did get a hit on Flacco, and they didn't penalize it, so that's a shock there. But John, good to see you. Glad you can make it to the stream. Good tackling. Keep stuff in front of you. Good job. Good job. That was Alexander. No, that was Milano. I'm sorry. Milano, there was a screen to the running back. Not sure if it was Collins or Allen, but either way, 1 yard gain. So we're looking at 3rd and 17. We need to get off the field here. We cannot allow them to get a first down. 7:40 left to go in the first half. We need to get off the field and try to get some points on the board before the end of the half. We get points on the board. We get the ball to start the second half. This can definitely change the momentum of the game. But again, I still don't think we have a first down. So might be asking for a little much if I'm asking for us to score points. Quick out to that's a block on the back. You gotta call the block on the back. But good defense still. There is a flag down. Maybe they saw the block on the back. It's about at the spot where I saw the block on the back. Again, I'm not a smart guy, so if I saw it, hopefully everyone on the team saw it. But you know what? Once or twice in my life, I've been wrong. So I might be wrong here too. I'm not. I love when I see stuff. You know, it's so rare that I do something right that when I do it, I get excited. But again, good defense. Hey, our defense is looking pretty solid. Again, that first drive was annoying. They came out, they punched us in the mouth, so good for them. But we got a 4th down here. And again, guys, we have actually been getting pressure on Joe Flacco. The stats don't reflect that, but we have got pressure on Joe Flacco. He's just got rid of the ball quickly, and sometimes that's what we need to do. You need to teach Peterman how to do that. So we're gonna have the ball. There's a first touching at the 17-yard line. And they're saying 16-yard line. I don't think it matters all that much. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The offense, John, the offense needs to learn how to sustain a drive, be on the field for more than 3 plays. Now we just have a bunch of people in the middle of the field. The refs really need to take control of the situation. Looks like Tywan Jones was in a scuffle with somebody from Baltimore. I don't know. The refs really need to take control of the situation. Miscues today, total yards 13. I was close. I had 15, 17, I forget. We had 13 yards, 63 penalty yards. Yeah, that's how you win games, guys. Yeah, that's how you do it. 13 yards, pretty much in the whole first, in a quarter and a half of play. Good job. Thanks, Swirate Tasker. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Again, welcome to Believe Stock. If you're new, please subscribe, like, dislike. It's not going to be all this miserable. We'll have fun here, too. We're having a good time. We had the ball at the 16-yard line. First place, McCoy. McCoy gets to the 20, so a 4-yard gain. But there's a flag, and McCoy's very happy about it. Very happy. McCoy's a very happy guy. Holding, offense, number 85, Charles Clay. This just keeps getting better and better. They're showing. That's exactly right. So they're showing Brian Dable in the box because he doesn't want to be on the field and get his shoes wet. He's in the box with his hand on his head, no hat on, just going like this. Yeah, that's how we should be calling plays, with your head down. You can see so much that way. Moron. So anyway, we have 1st and 18 at the 8-yard line now. It was completed to Benjamin. I still don't like it. So it's completed to Benjamin to the 19-yard line. So overall it's a good play, but as Peterman's looking at his progression, he looks at Benjamin. He's already going to his break in his route, and he's open, and yet he looks twice before he throws it. You got to throw that ball on the money right when you see him open. Y'all losing, you're all trash. I mean, we have one of the shortest. We actually currently at this point don't have a playoff drought. We tried a screen pass to a pass over the middle to Murphy. Read pretty well. I think it was tipped at the line too. So we got 3rd and 8, 5:50 to go in the second half. So, maybe we are trash. Maybe you're right. But hey, you know what? Every team goes through this. We made the playoffs last year, so every team goes through this. We have 2 young quarterbacks, 3 for 10 for Peterman for 17 yards. I would really love to get 1st down here, just to give our defense time off the field and to move the sticks. So when our punter comes in for his 937th punt of the half, that he has a little bit of room. They're sending the blitz again, so someone should be open downfield. Peterman holding the ball too long and throws a perfect interception to number 23, who's playing center field. There's a flag on the play, though, so that's a plus. Maybe. Yeah, Peterman staying on the field. Jefferson does not look. Oh, nope, never mind. Pass interference on offense. So Kevin Benjamin apparently pushed off, got open, got overthrown by 10 feet, and we went through an interception. I don't see the interference on Benjamin, or does it really matter? Oh, the guy 40 yards away saw it. But I think his job is to look at the wide receivers, so that's probably why I saw it. So yeah, Baltimore has the ball again. 1st and 10 at the 29 going in. Buffalo's 29-yard line. So at least our punter didn't have to punt the ball that time. That's a plus. Flacco did us a favor. We jumped, but he didn't snap the ball, so they don't get free play. Fake handoff to Collins. No pressure on Flacco this time. Oh, that's a clean hit, though. Good hit by Alexander, but that's a clean hit. No flag. That's why you don't throw across your body ever, because if it doesn't end in an interception, it's going to end in a big pop. So Flacco faked the handoff to Collins, rolled to his right, rolled across the field, and then threw back to his left where Collins was running up the sideline. Don't say Allen in the second half, John. Stop it. Stop with this Allen trash, all right? Give Peterman a shot. Peterman has not had a lot of time to throw. Yes, he's made some mistakes when he has had time to throw, but give him some time. But anyway, like, lucky for you, your Eagles won the game. I mean, Nick Foles didn't look that great either, but you guys won. So if we end up winning this game somehow, it would be a miracle. But if we end up winning this game somehow, like, no one cares. We're 1-0. That's all that matters. And if we lose by 50, we're 0-1. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter how bad you look when you lose this game, as long as you can come back next week and win. Wide open in the flat, but good tackling. So it's going to be 4th down. So that's a plus. So we're going to stop to another field goal attempt by Tucker, which does still keep it a 3-possession game. So if you're looking for positives, that's a positive. Yeah, why do we want to get our future killed? You're absolutely right. Why direct Tasker, like, if Allen is our future, why do we want to put him in a spot? Put him in a spot where he's down by 20 to come in and get smashed? Because the defense in the second half is just going to be teeing off. And they haven't been teeing off yet, but, you know, they have, what, 2 sacks already in this game? Better than the Cincinnati game. First half, they had 5 sacks. So Tucker, surprise, he made it. So, yeah, we should keep Peterman in for a while. Because if we're going to be trash, we might as well be trash and then wait till we know Allen's ready. The last thing we want to do is rush Allen in there. Same thing with what the Cleveland's doing with Baker Mayfield. Let me tell you something. John, who loves Tyrod Taylor, how good's he looking right now? I'm going to look because he might be actually tearing it up. Plus, I saw he wasn't, but I'm going to go there and be like, oh, yeah, he has 20 points. 5 for 11 for 50 yards. That's what we want? Yeah, it's better than what Peterman's doing right now, but no. The Miami game is delayed, probably due to some sort of weather. But let's go through some scores. It is all about the win. That's what I'm saying. It's all about the W. That's all that matters. So Baltimore's up 20-0, of course, with 4:16 to go in the first half. But again, we scored Let's say we scored touchdown. Again, I'm having a wet dream again. Still, let's say we scored touchdown to end the second half. Okay, have a 4-minute drive, score a touchdown, make it 27. Get the ball back to start the second half, make it 20-14. It still can be a game, guys. All right, the kickoff is still goal line. We return this one. Looks like we have Murphy in there, returns it to the 25-yard line. So got it at the same point if he would have had touchback, but he was on the goal line, so I don't think he would have had touchback first downs before TDs. Well, at this point, we can't afford that. We got to just score TD. Have a 75-yard bomb to Benjamin, to Zay Jones, to Charles Clay, to Ducati. I don't know. I just don't know. All right, John, leave me alone. Pittsburgh's up 7-0 at halftime. Indianapolis is up 13-10 on Cincy, basically at halftime. Here we go. 1st and 10. Peterman in shotgun. McCoy with the H-back delay. Again, love that shotgun H-back delay. Always going to get you positive yards. Got you 1 again. 1. So with the way our offense has been going, 1 yard of positive offense is actually a good thing. So positive yardage. Yay, HB delay. Hey, people can fall down. John, it's raining. Like, his corner falls down. Safety hits the corner that fell down. He's open. Just open all day. 4 rushes for 3 yards from McCoy. That's when at the beginning of the game I was saying we need McCoy. Oh, McCoy's open. There you go. 6 yards. Did he drop it? It's not incomplete. He had 4. Oh, he dropped it. McCoy dropped the ball. Moron. That's not on Peterman. Again, that's not on Peterman. Our wide receivers, our running backs, our tight ends. See, I think that's a fumble, but that's on me. 1, 2. It looks like he had three steps before he dropped the ball. McDermott throwing the challenge flag? Nope. 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 because you don't want to waste a challenge right now because you're only down 20-0 with 3.5 to go in the second quarter. Don't want to waste a challenge flag on a 6-yard gain, even though that would have doubled your offensive production. Peterman's looking to run on 3rd and 9. Stiff arms the defender. Gets half a yard. That's how we do it in Buffalo. Yay. Go Bills. 4th down. Fourth down. Good stiff arm. It was a really nice stiff arm on number 90. I don't know who 90 is. Sidorius Smith. So good stiff arm. Gets us half a yard. 4th and 8. We punt again. Fumble by Baltimore. Buffalo can't pick it up because Buffalo's dumb. Is that out of bounds? That's out of bounds because we can't pick up the ball. Holy cow. They're ruling Baltimore ball. They're talking about it, but I'm pretty sure it went out of bounds before anyone possessed it. We had a chance to recover it. We had a chance. Where's McCarron? Are you serious? Yeah, 20. Who is that? Is it worth challenging? Because when 18 touches it, he's out of bounds. So when Andre Holmes touches it, the ball's not out of bounds, but Andre Holmes is out of bounds, is what they're saying. I think. First of all, Taewon Jones needs to learn how to jump on a ball. I'm trying to get these numbers down, guys. Taewon Jones needs to learn how to jump on a ball. Jump on a ball! Just recover it. Just recover a football for once in your life. Andre Holmes has it, but I think he's out of bounds. So they're giving it to Baltimore. I don't think we can really challenge that. If we didn't challenge McCoy's catch, and that would look more like a catch than the chance of them overturning that, I don't think we want to overturn that. 1st down, looks like about a 7-yard gain to Crabtree. So it's going to be 2nd and 3. So they're going to try to score here before the end of the half, of course. So we need to stop them from doing that. But yes, John, that was bad. That was pretty obnoxious. Taewon Jones had a chance. Taewon Jones had a chance to just jump on the ball. But the ball's wet. Ball's wet. Who can control a wet ball? Fake handoff, which no one should be falling for with less than 2 minutes to go, but Crabtree's wide open. So are we playing prevent defense with 2 minutes to go? 1st down, 2-minute warning. Baltimore's ball, I think, at the 46-yard line. So hopefully we can stop them here. Again, I like our defense overall. Overall in this game, bad first possession. But overall, I like our defense in this game. They already caused 1 turnover with Edmonds. Edmonds caused a great turnover, got his head right on the ball when there was a handoff to Collins, which we then recovered and gained a total of, I think, -4 or 5 yards on the drive, which is really one of our better drives so far in the first half. And then we missed a field goal. So 52-yard field goal missed. You think you're – oh, come on. It's still the first half. Still the first half, Bills fan. Don't worry about it. Join me. We'll have a good time. I think the Bills' offense is done. But, I mean, there's still so much – even let's pretend we do finish 5-11, guys. There's still so much to gain from this season. There's so much information to gain going into next season. You guys need to – I hope you guys understand that. Like, I've never been one to suck for luck, as some people called it back when Andrew Luck was becoming a quarterback. Because let's be honest, look where that got the Indianapolis Colts. They got Andrew Luck, got a couple playoff appearances. How many Super Bowl rings did they get for that? They still have a chance to get Super Bowl rings? I mean, Andrew Luck hasn't exactly looked great today. Indianapolis is up 16-10 at halftime, but his first pass was an interception from what I understand. All right, so let's go through some scores. Pittsburgh still up 7-0 at halftime. I'm actually surprised that score is that close, to be honest with you. Indy is up on Cincy 16-10 at halftime. Miami's up on Tennessee 7-3. That game is still in delay. Minnesota's up 10-3 on San Fran. That game's at halftime. New England is in the red zone again, up 14-6 on Houston with 27 seconds left to go in the first half. Tampa Bay is up 31-24 on New Orleans with a minute to go in the first half. And Jacksonville's up 13-6 on the Giants at halftime. So, yeah, Tampa's actually looking pretty good, up 30. Well, I haven't watched that game, obviously, but they're scoring a lot of points. Fitzpatrick is 11-14 for 210 yards and 2 touchdowns. So that Saints defense that was so good last year isn't exactly proving to be much yet this year. So this game, obviously, 20-0. Baltimore. Baltimore does have the ball. I think it's 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line, I think I just said. Every year we suck. All right, well, that's not the greatest attitude to have in the first game of the year, but if that, like we made the playoffs last year, we're improving. I even think we're improving, even if we don't make playoffs this year, guys. Like next year, our coaching staff could only do so much with the crap that they were given going into two years ago. I mean, we have the most dead cap money, and it's almost by double, if not by double. By the way, Baltimore, yeah, they just completed a big pass to get to the Buffalo Bills' 35-yard line, it looks like, with 1:34 left in the half. So, but yeah, like we're getting better. We're adjusting the cap situation, so we're actually better than most teams when it comes to the cap situation going into next season. So we have a lot of work to do, sure, but we have a lot of means to do that work. And I get it. This looks really bad right now. We're down 20-0. Looks like we're going to be down at least 23-0 going into halftime. Bills fans are not happy about this, and they shouldn't be happy about this. But it's all, I hate to use Coach McDermott's words, but it's all part of the process. Right. Like early 90s, we didn't suck so much. I mean, at all. Just had a couple guys who couldn't get done in the big moments. That's all. The biggest moments, I should say. Screen pass sniffed out by Kyle Williams. Great job by Kyle Williams. Old man still making plays, man. Still making plays. So 5-yard loss. And so that actually takes him out of field goal range at the moment with 1:20 to go in the first half. Still 20-0. New England did score a touchdown on Dorsett. But yeah, Baltimore's at the 40-yard line. Looks like, again, we're getting to Flacco. He just goes over to his right side, crosses body, has a completion to about the 32-yard line. Good defense again by Buffalo. We got pressure up the middle. Need to be able to contain him into the pocket and get pressure that way. We saw what happens when Evans can get in there and cause havoc. You're 30 years old. You do probably stink, or not stink. You don't remember when the Bills didn't stink. I just insulted a person watching the show. I didn't mean to. Baltimore with a completion down to the 20-yard line. 35 seconds left to go in the first half. Edmonds dropping back way too far. Way too far. I don't know why Edmonds is dropping back that far. I'm not sure if that's by design or him, but Baltimore calls a timeout with 35 seconds to go. They do have the ball 1st and 10. Joe Flacco has 21 completions in the first half, which they like to point out. Well, we actually have over $100 million in cap space, John, going into next year so far. But I'm sure with re-signing players, it will be around 90. You're probably right, but so Joe Flacco has 21 completions. Nathan Peterman has 17 yards. So that's good to see. 30 seconds left. Baltimore has no more timeouts. They complete a ball in the middle of the field, which doesn't sound smart to me. So we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They'll probably just score a touchdown just to make it easy on themselves. 2nd down, they do throw it in the end zone. Fade route to Crabtree. I told you they would just score a touchdown. Crabtree got both feet in bounce. At least that's what the referees say at first glance. So that is a touchdown to make the score 26-0 Baltimore. More drinking. 13 seconds left to go in the half, so I don't think we're going to score before halftime. They're looking at the replay. Again, Gaines. Yeah, you got both feet in. You got 3 feet in, I think, actually. Gaines gets beat again. So I'm going to be surprised if in the second half we see Vontae Davis maybe step into that second cornerback role. Because Gaines has gotten beat a couple times this half. You know, he just needs to get his arms up. He needs to look back for the ball. Just really needs to turn his head around and look up for the ball because he could have done something there. Are they going for 2? They are going for 2 because it's 26-0. So you make it 28-0. Make it a 4-touchdown game because you know the Bills might score 4 touchdowns, or they could be like, "Hey, let's practice our 2 points because we might as well take this game as a scrimmage and practice all we can at this point." Buffalo has not put up a single line of defense as far as showing that we're going to do anything. Again, we get to Flacco, hit him again. We're just getting there late. And that's not good. And I'll tell you why that's not good. Because if we're getting there late on Joe Flacco is not one of the faster quarterbacks in the league as far as getting the ball out and things of that nature. So we'll see. John, you remember when the Eagles were terrible? Like, it wasn't that long ago. So just relax. I get it. I understand. 26-0 does not look good, but we can only beat a dead horse so many times. Like, I get it. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look like we're going to have a good season. But it's one game. It's one game. All right, Bills fan, thanks for joining me for the first half. Sorry this isn't going our way. If you find yourself needing to come back, you can come back. During the comeback that we have in the second half, you can come back. We'll allow it. But enjoy the rest of week 1. Guys, it's still week 1 of football, guys. NFL's back. How can you be upset about that? Upset about the Bills. Okay. But come on. Come on. They're still our team. Kickoff is a dribbler down to the 5-yard line. Murphy gets it. Takes it back to about the 40-yard line with 5 seconds left. I say why not throw up a Hail Mary? We're not worried about protecting Peterman's stats. Maybe throw Josh Allen in there because we know he can throw that far, and Peterman maybe not so much. But Baltimore's looking good. Baltimore's looking like the experts said they were going to. Maybe this is why they're experts, guys. You know, I didn't want to see it happen, but it's happening. Baltimore's going to be good. Okay. But I don't know, guys. I'm pretty sure that there have been teams that have sucked week 1 and still made the playoffs. I'm not saying that the Bills are going to do that. I'm not at all. But for us just to give up. Thank you, John. Have a good one. I know you work that 3rd shift, so best of luck to you. Best of luck to your Eagles. I know you're a huge Eagles fan. Thank you for the compliment. Hopefully it gets better. But Buffalo does have the ball about midfield, 5 seconds to go. We'll see if we try to throw up a Hail Mary, if we just take a knee and take it into halftime. What the experts say about us, we'd finish 3-13. That's what the USA Today said. We have experts said we'd finish 4-12. So, you know, experts were saying that we would suck and Baltimore would look really good, and that's why they had us getting our asses handed to us in this game. And so far, they're right. So far, they're right. So we ran an 8-yard out to Kroom to end the half. Maybe show Peterman what a completion looks like. So this is the first time that Baltimore has held an opponent to 0 first downs in the first half. That should be the case. Most teams should get first down in a half. Good job, Kenneth Turner, if you're a Ravens fan. Hey, you look really good. I'm not going to lie. You guys look really good. Joe Flacco looks really good. He's getting the ball out in time. Like I said, the Bills have gotten to Flacco a couple times, but he just either he's able to get the ball out on time, or B, he's able to roll out and get away from the pressure and find someone downfield. And some of his throws haven't looked the greatest, but he has been under duress a couple times. So being able to say that he's under duress a couple times and then still be able to complete some good passes. I think he has 2 touchdown passes right now. I could check that, maybe even 3. No, 2, because you only have 3 touchdowns, right? I mean, first one was a running touchdown. So I'll go over some stats for the first half. Yeah, he has 2 touchdowns. So he has been sacked once. I guess they counted that one that was for pretty much for no gain as a sack. But go Ravens, good job. Carter Gamer, like, I don't know why you came on here. I hope maybe you've been here the whole time, and that's fine. I appreciate that, and I like you guys and appreciate all the support. But you guys look really good. I'm not gonna lie. And it's a combination of things. You guys look really good. The Bills look really bad. Peterman he hasn't thrown 5 interceptions, so that's a good thing. He's only thrown 1. Bengals suck. That's okay. You can say that. I do not have a preference to the Bengals. See, there are people out there with preferences to teams other than their own. I don't. Bills number 1. Y'all can fight for number 2. I don't care. Don't care. But I do want to see good football too. So, I want you guys to play well. I just want the Bills to beat you every time. And speaking of Cincy's down 16-10. Just come back from half. But let's go over some first half stats. Most of these stats are going to sound really poor for the Bills, really good for the Ravens. So first half stats: Nathan Peterman's 4 for 13 for 25 yards, 1 interception, sacked 3 times. Excuse me. Marcus Murphy has had 2 rush attempts for 16 yards. Again, you guys shouldn't be this way. You shouldn't, this was what was expected so far. This is week 1. So no matter, they can beat us. We could not get a single first down in this game. This whole game, we could not have a first down. We could lose 63-0. But guess what? We're still only 0-1. I mean, yeah, the signs look terrible, but we're still only 0-1. 0-1 teams have made the playoffs before. So if you guys want to give up after week 1 and suck for luck, or whatever you want to call it, I just think that's just a really bad attitude to have. Really bad attitude to have. Support your team. Let's try to get as many wins as we can. Let's try to get better each week. We lose. But let's get better each week. Our secondary doesn't look bad. Gaines looks bad. And Tavon Johnson hasn't looked that great. He did get injured there. He had actually a good tackle when he got hurt, reading a screenplay. But Gaines has one got beat twice now for both those touchdowns, I think. So, bam. Back to stats. Peterman's 4 for 13, 25 yards, 1 interception, 3 sacks. Marcus Murphy, 2 rushes, 16 yards. He's our leading rusher. LaShawn McCoy, 4 rushes for 3 yards. Nathan Peterman, 1 rush for 1 yard. Kevin Benjamin has 1 catch for 10 yards. Kroom has 1 for 8. Curley has 2 for 7. Hausch goes 0 for 1, missed that 52-yarder. Marcus Murphy has 3 kick returns for 89 yards. Our best player right now, the one we've seen the most of, is our punter, but Jorges has 5 punts for 255 yards, a 51-yard punt average. That's actually not that bad. Curley has a punt return for 4 yards. He still needs 3 yards to hit the mark I talked about earlier. So those are our stats. The biggest play for Buffalo in that half would have been the Tremaine Edmonds forced fumble. Great job on forcing the fumble. Perfect tackle. But that's just not enough. That's obviously not enough in this game. So right now, I believe the turnover ratio is 1-1. So even on turnovers. So let's go to Baltimore stats. If you're a Baltimore fan, you're going to like these. Joe Flacco is 23 for 32 for 217 yards and 2 touchdowns. Collins only has 6 rushes for 8 yards. Our run defense not playing that bad. And maybe it's because our pass defense has been allowing so many yards. Maybe we're just we're putting too many pass or run defenses on them. So we don't get burned running the ball. But we need to protect the long ball. We need to protect the pass now as well. Because now, obviously, they are going to be running the ball, right? So we need to look out for that. Tannehill has a touchdown pass, so good for him. But anyway, all right, so Lamar Jackson did see the field. He actually has been in for about 4 plays. He's only touched the ball twice. One was a pass, which was incomplete, and one was a run for 0 yards. Collins is the leading rusher for 6 rushes, 8 yards. Allen, 1 rush, 4 yards. Flacco, 2 for 3. Brown, 1 for 1. Brown is the leading receiver, 3 receptions, 44 yards, and a touchdown. Boyle has 3 receptions for 40 yards. Crabtree has 3 receptions for 38 and a touchdown. Snead, 3 for 36. Andrews, 3 for 31. Allen, 5 for 15. Williams, 2 for 8. Moore, 1 for 5. Tucker's 2 for 2 on field goals, 2 for 2 on extra points. Grant has a kick return for 24 yards. Coach, how you say that, guys, has played the ball twice for 107 yards. Grant has 5-point returns for 54 yards. He did have that fumble that actually ended up going out of bounds for them, so he's lucky. But yes, Peterman does look bad. It doesn't look good. It really doesn't. It really doesn't look good for Peterman at all. But we can't just give up on the kid this early. I don't think, at least. I mean, I know a lot of guys want to. A lot of guys are really quick, and this goes for all teams. A lot of guys are really quick to give up on quarterbacks. But we'll see what happens. I personally think Dable needs to be on the field. This obviously isn't working above, so. He might be trash, guys, but I'm willing to put up with the trash for 1 year if that means Allen's ready. We put Allen now, he's not ready. His whole career suffers. His whole career suffers. And then where are we? Instead of waiting a year and having trash, and then coming out with Allen as a good quarterback. If we put Allen in here now we have 0 quarterbacks, none. And then we're looking, we're looking to spend our $108 million or whatever it's going to be in free agency next year. We're looking for a good quarterback, and then we will have to waste our money on one free agent. Instead of getting a bunch of guys who can help this team, we're looking at one guy. And who's that guy? I don't know. I honestly don't know what quarterback free agents would be available, but. No, Tyrod did have a nice scramble. Oh, that's his third. So Tyrod scrambles for a touchdown. Makes it 7-7. Still not regretting that decision. I'm really not. I'll be trashed this year. Right. Allen doesn't have a better line if he starts. So let's wait a year. Let's give Nathan Peterman a year. See if he does better. Because even if Josh Allen starts, we need a comparable backup. Every team needs a backup that can play. And so if that can be Peterman, then we don't have to spend any more money on a quarterback. Because since Peterman still has a rookie contract, if we get rid of him, that's all dead money again. And there we go looking at that dead money. It's not a lot, but it's still dead money. You think who only signed a 1-year contract? Oh, Bradford. All right. I don't know. And I don't care. We have our team right now. This is our team now, guys. Whether we like Ducassi or we don't. I personally don't. I don't like Ducassi at all. If you ask me, we need to spend all our money next year on offensive line. As much money as we need to. We spend on offensive line. That's what we need to do. But I don't like Marshall Newhouse. I mean, don't like Newhouse. Don't like Ducassi. But that's what we got. This is our team. I'll stand by them. Man. Didn't Tebow get hurt anyway? Like, his MLB season's done because he got hurt. These wings good. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself at the bar. And again, oh, that must be a terrible situation right now at the bar, man. That must be really depressed. What's going on here? Everyone's running off the field. Are we in a delay, or is that just like the halftime entertainment running off the field? But Baltimore was obviously hyped for this game. They were ready to go. We obviously weren't. And the coaching staff needs to work on that. The coaching staff needs to do something about Gaines. Philip Gaines has looked like trash. I'm not gonna say that these guys are fair weather fans. They're just noticing that Peterman looks like trash in the first half. He does. He did. I'm not gonna say Peterman's trash though. He just needs to improve. He needs to improve. Like even that one good completion he had was to Kelvin Benjamin. I even mentioned that I think he could have done better there. And that's the adjustments that you constantly keep making. Zay Jones is on the field. just kind of running around, getting tired. He's busy fighting for Jesus is what he's doing. I should make fun. Should make fun of people in the most vulnerable spots. I probably wouldn't want people making fun of me when I was in my most vulnerable stages in life. So cheers to that, right? All right. Let's get some scores, guys. My phone's about to die. That's no good. My charger in here. Yeah, 7-7 at Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Indy's up 16-10 on Cincy. Miami's still in a delay. Minnesota's up 10-3 against San Fran. New England's 21-6 at halftime. Tampa Bay's still up on New Orleans, 31-24, and they're driving again in the third. Jacksonville's up 13-9 on the Giants. So those are the scores of the 1 o'clock games. Remember, my phone can make it, but probably not. If I leave for a second, guys, if someone comes, just let them know I want to get my phone charger. Maybe now. Yeah, it's Fox 87. Welcome. It's halftime. Bills are not looking good. It's 26-0 Baltimore at half. So 22 viewers right now. Again, thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. I will be here live every week, whether the Buffalo Bills look great or look terrible. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk about some things. We'll discuss how terrible Nathan Peterman looked in that first half. And you're right. You can be a real fan and still. You don't have to always cheer your team and be a real fan. Like, we're not blind, but neither is the coaching staff. So do we trust our coaching staff? Right now, I have no reason to trust Dable. I trust McDermott and I trust Frazier for the work they did last year. And the defense did look good at times in the first half, and I think we can absolutely do better. But McCoy's gloves, he has his gloves on in the first half. I have no idea. No idea. But yeah, they're showing the first half highlights, so I don't think there's gonna be too many Bills things happening in this part of the show. But yes, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you have not already subscribe to the channel. I will be here, like I said, for every game except for 2 this season, where I will be at the game. So please be sure to subscribe. I'll probably be doing some live stuff even when I'm at the game. You think Dable should be fired? Let's give him more than half a game. But and is it the play calling or is it the people that he has to call plays for? You guys can all be the judge of that. We had 33 total first half yards. That's the lowest yards we've had in first half since 2003. Let me tell you something. If you have 33 yards and a half, and you can go back to a time when you didn't have more than 33 yards and a half, it's not good. Baltimore fans, like the Baltimore seats look empty. There is absolutely no one there. I don't know. If I spend $90, $100 on a ticket, I'm going to be there. Now, granted, they're getting back from halftime, but man, it looks empty there. It's raining. Like, I get other reasons why not to be there, but if I spent, like, I stay at all the preseason games for the whole game. So, Buffalo's receiving the ball. The ball went out of the end zone, so it is a touchback. So Buffalo will start with the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Peterman is still in, as well he should be. 3 wide receiver set. McCoy's in the backfield, so let's see if he can get going maybe a little bit. I feel like at this point you just run your normal offense. You don't do anything crazy. Let's just try to do well on this drive and see what happens. McCoy reverses field, gets a good block. We get a first down. Great way to start the second half, actually. 12-yard run by McCoy. And we get a first down. No penalty flags, so that's our first down of the game. Fournette got injured in the Jacksonville game. That just came across the screen, so that's not good for them. First down, Buffalo at the 37-yard line. So we did move to get the first down. Another run to McCoy. That H-back delay that I love so much. Nets us 2 yards this time, so we are gaining on that. Again, hate that H-back delay call. I've seen it 3 or 4 times today. It's the most annoying call in the world. Yeah, let's see if we do any better in the second half. And I know a lot of people will say, well, they're just playing prevent defense, and that's fine. Like we need to get Peterman some confidence going. I don't think they're going to play prevent the whole second half. Pass bad down line of scrimmage on 2nd and 8 by number 93. Where's my Ravens? There we go. And so Chris Wormley with bats down the ball. He did have Zay Jones open. There's Zay Jones, but was bad down at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 8 for Buffalo. Again, we got first down this drive, so it's a positive step. We look at the stat track. Peterman's 4 for 14 for 25 yards and an interception. So 3rd and 8, he's in the shotgun with looks like Murphy on his right. I haven't seen Chris Ivory this game. Throws it up to Kroom, just a little out of Kroom's reach. So it's going to be 4th down and 8. So it looks like a punt situation. We did get first down. And again, at this point, it's baby steps, guys. It's baby steps. As was said earlier in the chat. I know our offense looks bad. I know it's 26-0. I'm pretty positive we're not going to win this game. But at this point, you just got to focus on the positives when you get them. Edmonds looked good in the first half, making some key plays, rush around the field, some things he can improve on. Peterman not looking that great, did throw for a first – or no, he didn't throw for first down. McCoy got run the ball. We fumbled a snap on a punt, which was bound to happen. And so it's going to be Baltimore ball. The punter did fall back on the ball. And now they're fighting with the punter over the ball. I think this is ridiculously stupid. I feel like there should be a flag on this one. But that's just me. Like, well, who matter? Why does it matter who recovered the ball? It's your ball. So now you're going to injure our punter? Like, I don't know. Yeah, just a bobble. Like, it was a good snap. Good snap right to the punter. And he just, with the wet ball, just couldn't handle it. If you're going to have 6 punts basically in a half, 7 punts, whatever it is, you're going to make mistakes. You can't keep doing that. 7, 8 punts a game is normal. So now the Ravens start with the ball inside the 15-yard line. Really doesn't give us a good chance to check out our defense, see if they've improved at all. We have a screen pass to, is that Collins? No. Yeah, it is. Collins out on the wing there for about 4 or 5 yards. I know a lot of you, do we have a screen in your and the Bills offense? Do we have a screen? I think we tried a screen once, but I didn't see it once. Or I didn't see a completion for a screen. I didn't see anything with McCoy. I think Murphy had a screen pass though. So it's now 2nd and 4 from looks like the 8-yard line. Run play to Collins. Gets the first down, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. Oh, I understand that better is expected. I get that. Like, I'm not happy to watch Peterman right now. Like, I'm not happy to see his struggles. But what else can we do at this point? You want to put Josh Allen in so you're entertained, but we still lose? I don't care. Like, as a fan, I don't care if I'm entertained and we lose or if we just lose. Wide open, end zone, touchdown, Baltimore. Looks like pass interference on the offense, though. There is a flag down. Jim Harbaugh saying he was within a yard, so it's not pass interference. But they are calling it that way. They did walk that touchdown, but the reason I walked it in is because it was illegal. So, like, I don't care if I'm entertained or not entertained and we lose. A loss is a loss, just like a win's a win. I want to win. I don't care if we win every game 6-3. If we go to the Super Bowl and win 6-3, I'm a happy guy. It's not about just being entertained. It's about watching your team win. That's my opinion. But would you rather be entertained and just suck for longer? I wouldn't. I'd rather not be entertained this whole season and lose every game 30-0, 40-0, and then be good for the next 10 years because Josh Allen's our guy. By the way, they still scored a touchdown. Snead with a touchdown. Makes it 32-0. 12:28 to go in the third quarter. But, I mean, I do want to be entertained, but I want to be entertained when I'm winning. And I am entertained when I'm winning, no matter what the score is. Because, believe me, I go just as nuts when we're winning. Because it's just a headache. So they faked it was a shotgun formation. They faked a run to the right with Collins and threw it over to Snead, and he just ran in for a touchdown. So Joe Flacco has his third touchdown pass of the day. It's now 32-0 Baltimore. See, I don't blame that drive on our defense so much. I mean, they got the ball at the 15-yard line. But yeah, Flacco's looking like an MVP. I think he has over 250 yards now and 3 touchdowns. So we'll continue to watch this game. It's going to not be pretty. It's going to be like right now it's 33-0. It's not pretty, but we'll keep watching and let's see what happens. Then we'll wait till next week. So, but again, thank you for joining me. I know this is not what this isn't what any Bills fans have expected. I don't know if I have any Baltimore fans with me who are really happy right now. And you look really good. And if we're going to overreact after week 1, you're up, you're shutting a team out, an NFL team out. I don't care how bad they are. You're shutting an NFL team out. And Pittsburgh and Cleveland are a deadlock tie. And Cincy was losing to Indy last I saw. So, if we're going to overreact, that division is up for grabs right now. It looks like your team's looking good. So, but there's still a long season to go, and Bills fans need to remember that too. There's still a lot of season left, and for us just to give up now and not look for any signs of hope or any signs of improvement or any signs that we can be better, just leads to a sad rest of the season. Okay, we're going to lose. Guys, we just spent 17 or 18 straight years losing. So we don't make the playoffs. It's not the first time that's ever happened. There were some pretty bad seasons in there, guys. And again, they showed the first half stats, 33 yards. It was the least we had since 2003. How sucky were we in 2003 that we had less than 33 yards and a half? Come on. I want to see 33 yards and a half and say no team's ever done that. This is bad. This is bad. This is a bad week 1. Good news is I was right about the over. Bad news is Baltimore scoring the only points. What was the over? 33, 38, something like that. 24-34 Saints. Wow. Yeah, I think next commercial break, I'll get my cell phone charger, guys. Make sure that that's charged. So I apologize if I leave for a second. You guys can look at the Bills helmet and Bills field behind me for a minute. What's happening here? What's happening here is Baltimore is coming out. This is Baltimore saying we are here, and this is the Bills saying we're not here. Where are we? I don't know. Baltimore is kicking it off to the Bills. Looks like it's gonna be another touchback. Nope. Murphy at the goal line runs it out again to about the 25. Looks like the 27-yard line. Personally, at this point, but it is rainy, so we don't know how ball's going to bounce. But I would rather just see him let that ball bounce to the end zone touchback. I can't show you guys the game. I apologize, but due to copyright laws, YouTube would shut me down. And there's not much of a game to show, to be honest with you, at this point. But yeah, I can't show you the game, so I do apologize for that. But YouTube would shut me down, and then we wouldn't be here any weeks. So third quarter, 12:22 left to go. Baltimore's up 33-0. I know some of you might want to see Allen if this game gets. I want to say if this game gets any more out of hand, but it's pretty out of hand as is. Peterman almost threw another interception. He got hit as he threw. But the defender dropped the ball. So, yeah, we have had a lot of penalties this game too, and that's one thing we couldn't have. I said that in the pregame. We couldn't have penalties. So, but I'm not sure if I want to see Allen at all in this game, no matter how bad it gets. Just because, what good does it do? It doesn't do Peterman any good to look at the other quarterback starting. Shotgun 4 wide receivers, throws out to McCoy on an out, but they read it pretty good for a negative 2-yard loss. At this point, they're looking for the shutout, I think. Like, they want to start the season off with a shutout. And to be honest, why wouldn't you? You're up 33-0. Pin your ears back and go. At this point, I would hope that the Bills would start trying to throw downfield because you're going to get a lot of one-on-one matchups. Especially since Peterman's one knock, or well, one of many knocks, is his arm strength, right? So 80 people watching. Wow, that's awesome. Thanks, guys, for joining. Again, if you're new to the channel, welcome to Believers Talk. I didn't even see that many people were watching. That's awesome. Peterman with the throw. That one is picked off. Remember what I just said about Josh Allen? Meh. It looks like it's being returned inside the 5-yard line. So the Baltimore Ravens will start with the ball inside the 5. Bills players are just getting mad at this point. You got Dawkins just throwing his weight around, acting like he's a hot shot, but he's not. But he's a best offensive lineman, whatever that says. But again, I mean, you're down 34-0. Were you expecting us to come back and win? No. Like, all right. Peterman looks terrible. Like, there's no lying about it. You know, we can go to Buffalo Fanatics and go to Rico and say, what's up with Peterman now? And you know what? Rico's going to be the first to tell you he looked horrible in this game. So, you know, so don't blame him. Like, between Peterman and Allen, I was happy we started Peterman too. Peterman looked good in the preseason, but he just doesn't look good now. So Peterman has 2 interceptions today. They're reviewing where he stepped out of bounds. So 83 viewers, guys. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We will be going live for every game and hopefully every game next season when we're doing better. But no, guys, again, we're 0-1. Excuse me. If this game continues to go as it's going, and I don't see us coming back from a 33-0 deficit, especially when they have the ball and they're in field goal range at least already, we're 0-1. Pittsburgh, by the way, is up 20-7 now. So I don't know what happened there. But yeah, so worst case scenario here, guys, no matter how bad this loss gets, we're 0-1. So is there a lot of work that needs to be done? Absolutely. Yeah, he's out at like the 8-yard line. Peterman was on the tackle too. So they are going commercial break, guys. I did say at the next commercial break, I will be going to grab my cell phone charger. What incarnation? Yeah, it's not looking good. So I'm going to go grab my cell phone charger real quick. I'll run there, run back. So I do apologize for that. But I do want to keep you guys as updated as possible on all the scores around the league. Let me see if there's a way to do that on here. Maybe there is, so I don't have to leave because I would hate to leave, guys. The Colts are up 23-17 on the Bengals. Jaguars up 13-9 on the Giants with 3:39 to go in the third. A couple of these games are close. 3 more picks to go for Allen. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Vikings are up 17-6 on the Niners, and they're getting ready to score again. Oh, yeah. Man, we play the Vikings in 2 weeks. Can you imagine if we don't get better, how bad that's going to be? Doesn't, like, you think it can't get much worse, right? And we hope it can't because it looks pretty bad, but it can. It really can. We won't win any games playing like this, so we have to play better. This is where coaching staff really comes into play. As far as I was looking at Brandon Nichols saying show some pride here, and I want them to, you know, just like we do as fans. You know, tomorrow we're gonna get so much trash talked to us, or we're gonna get like people who feel sorry for us. It's one loss. So, and again, a lot of the so-called experts had us doing terribly. Most of the so-called experts had us doing terribly this year. So there was a reason for that, and we have to tell them, you know, That's why they're the experts and we're not. For every time they do something right, though, they do something wrong. So I'll give them credit, though. I wanted this to be a close game, just like all of you did. Man, I just really can't believe that Baltimore is that empty right now, the stadium. I just can't. That's just me. Rigo can't wait. What, you have to stay, buddy? I don't know what that means. I'm not insulting Rigo. I think I love watching Rigo. And Rigo, I know Rigo will be the first one to. Oh, and they just ran for a touchdown. I don't know how I missed it, but they came back and were showing Nathan Peterman on the sideline, and all of a sudden they said touchdown. All right, now they showed it to me. So another touchdown for Baltimore. To be honest, I won't be surprised if they start taking Flacco out and things like that. I believe Rigo's pissed. All Bills fans should be pissed. All Bills fans should be pissed. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, it's 40-0 to Baltimore. Buffalo will get the ball back. It'll be interesting to see if Josh Allen comes in. I hope not, just because now, I mean, the only way Josh Allen should come in here is if he's starting next week, or if there's a true QB competition still. If you're starting Peterman next week, there's no reason for Josh Allen to be in this game. So, again, thank you for joining me. I believe it's Talk. We will be here live every week for the game. There are 2 games I will be going to, so we probably won't be doing play-by-play of those games. That's the Monday Night Football game and the Jacksonville Jaguar game. So I will not be live for those ones. I might be going live and doing some stuff, but show you there and things like that. But won't be doing commentary for those 2 games. Other than that, we will be here giving you live commentary. There's a touchback for Buffalo, so we'll start with the ball at the 25-yard line. And look at this. Josh Allen is coming into the game. So Josh Allen in the game, so Bills fans can be happy. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. Josh Allen's in the game, in the huddle. I'm going to grab another beer for this, though, guys. Just because. See, now the terrible thing is he's going to do the same thing Nathan Peterman did. And what I mean by that is, do you remember the Saints game? We got shellacked last year. Oh, yeah, by the way, remember the Saints game we got shellacked last year and we still made the playoffs? So stop it. Stop it. But he's going to lead us on a touchdown drive or 2. And all of a sudden, everyone's going to say, oh, we should start Josh Allen. When they're in the prevent defense. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Allen's ready. Maybe Allen is ready. So 2nd and 7. McCoy with a 3-yard rush on first down. Allen in shotgun. Allen with a throw, back shoulder throw to Zay Jones. Zay's looking for a flag, not getting one. Incomplete. 3rd and 7. Hey, we made the playoffs. Say we got lucky. That's fine. We made the playoffs. When you ever made the playoffs in 17, 18 years, you don't care how you got there. You don't. And I realize that as a Baltimore Ravens fan or as whatever fan you're a team of, you don't realize that. Because every team other than, no one made the playoffs in that stretch. But, I mean, talk to Cleveland fans right now. Do you think they care if they get lucky or not if they make the playoffs? No, we made the playoffs. So we got lucky. Sorry that Ravens fans couldn't stop a 4th and 12 or whatever it was. Allen scrambling into a sack, so that's impressive. Going to be 4th and about 11. Keep saying that, guys. Keep saying we made the playoffs by luck. But if you're a Ravens fan, newsflash. Last year we were in the playoffs. This last year you guys weren't. Bottom line. Yes, we lost 10-3 in the first round while you guys were at home. Some fans would say I'd rather stay at home and not watch our team than watch us lose 10-3. I say try it 18 years in a row. You know, I was still happy. I was still so happy by that Jaguars game that, you know, I was mad over the game, but I had nothing but happiness over that season. We got lucky. We got lucky that you guys can't cover a wide receiver on 4th and 13. Like, keep saying it. Keep saying we got lucky. Ravens sure went to the playoffs. Well, they didn't. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We should have made a field goal against the Giants to win the Super Bowl. We didn't. There's no going back to that. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. This world isn't built on shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Should you have stopped? Who was it? Boykins? Should you have guarded him on 4th and 13? Yeah, you should have. But you didn't. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Ravens fans love me right now. But, you know, Ravens fans, you're doing great this game. And, you know, if I was to rank the season off of this game, you guys are winning that division. And good for you. You look really good this game. Your wide receivers are looking great, getting space from our corners. Your quarterback's looking really good compared to the last season where he didn't. Your Collins hasn't had to do that much, but when he has, he's looked pretty good. He looks like he's a good, tough back. You know, I have nothing bad to say about Baltimore this year, but don't sit here and hand me that, oh, Buffalo got lucky, oh, Baltimore should have been in the playoffs. You weren't. You weren't. We were. You weren't. Sorry. Sour grapes. Sorry. So that's what. Am I mad about Tyrod Taylor? No, not at all. I'm still really happy about Tyrod Taylor. Again, we saw everything that we could get out of Tyrod Taylor. I'll say Tyrod Taylor is good enough to get you a wild card playoff win. Like, maybe that's the best you can get out of him. I'm not here for playoff wins. I'm here for Super Bowl wins. I support this team in everything they do, and that includes getting rid of Tyrod Taylor to watch Nathan Peterman throw 2 interceptions and give up this game. They look horrible for hopefully brighter future. We start Tyrod this year. Who's to say he wins this game? Who's to say he loses? I don't know, but Josh Allen should have started. We'll find out. We'll find out. There's a reason why I didn't start. I trust this coaching staff. Jackson's in for Flacco, 1st and 10. Run play. This is where Buffalo needs to show some pride. 10 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Playing a game left. I'm not saying that we have a chance to win this game by any means, but playing a game left, the last thing you want to do is make this more ridiculous than it already is. Another run play, this time by Jackson to the outside. Runs out of bounds. So it's going to be out 3rd and maybe 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. Saints are down 41-24 to Tampa Bay. Mike Evans with a 50-yard TD reception. So looks like Tampa Bay is actually going to win that game. So New Orleans is but there's still time left. It's still in the 3rd quarter, so yeah, both rookies are in. So, but one's a little bit happier and in a much easier spot than the other. So, 40-0 Baltimore. 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 9. Jackson's back there. It looks like he's about to get sacked. He does. Held the ball for way too long. Murphy and Williams combined on the sack. So 4th down, it's going to be about 4th and I'll say 15, 16 yards. So I think the Browns would be better with Tyrod Taylor. To be honest, when they pick up Tyrod, that wasn't the thing that got me. I think Landry is actually the perfect wide receiver for Tyrod Taylor's game. Cleveland will do better with any quarterback in there because, well, they went 1-16 last year. So, but I think they'll do all right. I think I'm projecting about 5 wins for the Browns, which for them is pretty good. Punt, Holmes is back there. Punt to about the 31-yard line. He returns it to about the 37, 38-yard line. So Buffalo will start with the ball. Again, Allen's in. A lot of Bills fans are going to be happy to see Josh Allen in the game. And we'll see what he can do. This will be his second possession. And we'll actually have decent field position this time. Still 40-0. Third quarter, 8 minutes, 9 seconds to go. And yeah, Bills fans just aren't happy. Again, if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. A lot of you might be Baltimore fans trying to rub it in, and that's fine. That's fine. You earned it, right? You earned it today. So good for you. You look really good. I'm really impressed with Joe Flacco, how good he's looked, because I've said a lot in this offseason. He came off statistically one of his worst years last year. But he's proving today that he still has a lot to prove in the NFL. And so good for him. Good for you guys. Collins looked good when he had to. Now you might as well start your bench players. You're up 40-0 here. Again, guys, I will be here next week at 1 o'clock for the Chargers game. If we play like we did today, it's going to actually be a worse result than today's game was. But I think our coach will do this. I have faith in Coach McDermott. Where's my drink? I have faith in Coach McDermott that he will not turn this team around and just all of a sudden will make the playoffs or nothing. But what chips am I eating? I'm eating Scoops. You can guess where they're from. I'm not gonna say them because I'm not gonna advertise for people. That's not my job. Tostitos. All right. Shout out. Pay me. I have 31 people watching now. They're all gonna buy Tostitos because I said it. So pay me. But no, I got some salsa, and some Tostitos. I don't have Tostitos salsa though, so. That girl destroyed that pizza box. Get her on our team, right? Josh Allen's from your hometown? Did you ever meet him or anything like that? Because we have a lot to talk about, guys. I mean, we can talk about whatever you want now. 40-0. I'll still do play-by-play, but the reactions probably won't be the same because I think this game's over. So we come back from commercial. First and 10 for Buffalo at the 37-yard line. Josh Allen's in shotgun, 5-hour receiver sets. Josh Allen's going to run up the middle for it looks like another first down. Is that our second first down of the game? Yay, us! About a 13-yard gain. So first down. Again, I like all sports. So I am an NBA fan. I have all the sports. I think NBA's not at the top of my list, but I'll definitely enjoy a game or two. Allen's going to scramble again for another first down, getting us inside the 40-yard line. So again, he's going to lead us on a couple scoring drives here, and all of a sudden, everyone's going to talk about how great the Bills or how great Josh Allen looks and how much better we look with him. And so we're going to be tricked into starting him next week, and hopefully he's ready. Hopefully he's ready. The last thing I want to see is Allen look terrible, and yeah. No, I'm saying we lose our quarterback. 2 rushes, 25 yards for Allen. We're at the 38-yard line, moving in. Shotgun again, 5-hour receiver set. Let's see how good this arm is because we're not going to let him do that again. Suggs almost with a sack. He gets away from a sack from Suggs. That's really hard to do. And then he just throws it to I really don't know. Charles Clay was in the area, they're saying. Allen's talking trash to the whole Baltimore sideline. That's smart. But it's good to see. I mean, it's cool to see, right? So, what am I right about? Brandon Nichols, I know you don't know me, but you shouldn't tell me I'm right. Don't do that. It's dangerous for everybody involved. Dangerous for everybody involved. Who am I right about? We can talk about it. But Allen, I just really hope he's ready. Because here's what's going to happen. Again, he's going to lead us on a couple scoring drives here. My favorite basketball team in the NBA, probably the Knicks. Yeah, I'm a fan of a lot of great teams. I'm originally from Buffalo. So my favorite teams are the Bills, the Sabres, and then the Buffalo Bisons would be my favorite baseball team. However, they don't play in the majors, so the Braves would be my favorite MLB team. And then I'm a Knicks fan. Yeah, it kind of sucks for Porzingis not being able to play half of next season. But what can you do? So we got the ball 2nd and 10 from the 38-yard line, taking a snap under center, hands the ball off to, is that Murphy or Ivory? Oh, definitely wasn't McCoy, so that would be Ivory, right? Let me get a depth chart out. Yeah, that was Chris Ivory. First Chris Ivory sighting of the game. So it looks like Chris Ivory will be our 3rd back, and Marcus Murphy is our number 2. You know, I get the whole don't play McCoy, don't want to get him hurt thing, but at the same time, McCoy didn't do much this game, so I'd love Allen with the completion to Holmes, to Andre Holmes up the middle, so that's another first down. But yeah, like McCoy hasn't done much this game, and if Allen's going to be our starter, let's play our starters. It's an old beast mode, maybe, except for he fumbles more. So Allen with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Again, a run to Chris Ivory. Chris Ivory breaks a couple tackles, gets about 3 yards. You know, here's the good news. Honestly, here's the good news. We're not going to get, I mean, as long as Hauschka can make at least this kick, unless we turn the ball over here, it doesn't look like we're going to get shut out. You don't think that was 3 yards? I think 3 yards. Yeah. Maybe 2. 2 yards. They're calling 2nd and 8, so 2 yards. So we're inside the 20. We're at the 19-yard line, 2nd and 8. Again, it's 40-0. So this is at this point just seeing who's going to be our starter next week. And again, I hope Allen's ready. Long time in the pocket. Gets out of the pocket, gets about 3-4 yards. There should have been a flag. There was a flag. I don't know where the flag is, though. There should have been a flag on Baltimore for hitting Allen in the head. And there it is. Okay. Unnecessary roughness. So now we're actually going to be, I think, 1st and goal, because that's going to be this is the goal at the, where we at? About the 16-yard line. Oh, wait, he had rained the head. Man. You have to injure our next starting quarterback, maybe? Like, come on. The Bills are ready to mad. Yeah, when you're playing with them. Play against them. Beat Baltimore, play against them. See what happens. Anyway, yeah, so it's 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. 40-0 Baltimore still. We run McCoy, so we do have McCoy in the game. Inside the 5-yard line for McCoy. So it's going to be 2nd and goal. This has gotten into the territory where on 4th and goal we might go for it. There's a flag. Normally I run play like this. A flag's on the Bills. But we'll see. Again, this game's getting very chippy, so it could be after the play type stuff. Could be after the – oh, absolutely is after the play type stuff. Absolutely is after the play. Oh, come on. Come on. That's going to be on Buffalo all day. That's going to be on Dawkins. I told you all earlier Dawkins was throwing his way around trying to act like it was hot stuff. And now there's a 15-yard penalty on him for that personal foul. Talking McDermott now. You know, the good thing, and I've said this before, and I think Steve has said this before too, the one thing I like about McDermott, he might be mad, but he's not showing it on the sideline. He's showing that same calm resolve he normally would if we were winning 40-0. You know, there wasn't any, none of this during the game today. But, like, I don't want a coach who's going to freak out and over, like a lot of us fans do. A lot of us fans, even the ones in this chat here, are overreacting to a 40-0 loss. He's not. He realizes it's just a loss. So what can you do? But it is 40-0. Man, that Miami-Tennessee game still delayed. That game might not be over till late tonight. But But we are in the red zone here. That was a false start, so now we're out of the red zone. Nothing's looked good. Nothing's looked good. Nothing's looked right. I believe if you put any of our offensive line on any other team, they wouldn't be a starter. Like any one of them. And Ducasi is the one with the false start. So yeah. You look at Dawkins, Ducasi, maybe Groy would be a guard on one of the teams. You wouldn't be their starting center. John Miller and Jordan Mills. Don't know who he would start there ever. So it's 2nd and goal from the 23-yard line. And steps back to pass. At this point, no reason to care about. Oh, wow. We just got lucky. No reason to care about interception. Like, there's no reason to care about stats other than Josh Allen's confidence. So we have defensive pass interference on number 24 Carr of Baltimore. So that's actually going to give us a first down. And it's going to be 1st and goal inside the 10 again. So 4:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Bills are down 40-0. You know, unless we break our own record, this is going to be a loss. And we're going to start 0-1. Half the teams in the league had to start 0-1. So the Falcons started 0-1. Looks like a timeout for Baltimore. Again, 4:12 to go in the 3rd. Yeah, timeout Baltimore. 4:12 to go in the 3rd. Baltimore is up 40-0. I'm going to try to get you guys some other scores here real quick while we're on the timeout. The Colts are up on the Bengals 23-17. The Patriots are up on the Texans 24-13. The Patriots do have the ball inside the red zone. Getting ready to score again. The Jags are still up on the Giants 13-9. Looks like the Bengals just tied the game at 23, extra point pending. So it's 23-23 Bengals and Colts, with the Bengals getting ready to kick an extra point, go up by a point with 11 minutes left to go in the 4th. Brady just took a sack, so they're now out of the red zone. Again, the Jags are beating the Giants 13-9. Those are the 3 games I have in front of me right now. Again, my phone died, or else I would keep you updated more. But if you are joining me, I thank you for joining me. I'm turning back to the Bills game now to see a sack on 1st and goal. Woo! So now we got 2nd and goal. We were in the shotgun from the 3-yard line. Yeah. So it was a planned run for Allen. And it took him a while to go down. Man, Allen's a big guy for a quarterback. So we got 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. McCoy's back in there. We have 4 wide receivers, 3 to the left of Allen, 1 to the right. McCoy's in there as an extra blocker. He helps in the blocking. Passes to Benjamin, incomplete in the back of the end zone. 3:29 to go in the 3rd quarter. Still 40-0 at this time. So, again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. Again, we will be live every week for the game. I will be going. We will be doing a post-game show after the game at some point. I'm recording the game now, so I can watch it later again. But Tampa Bay just took a 48-24 lead over the Saints. So that game's looking like it's on ice. Just like this one here is a little bit bigger of a deficit here, but 48-24 Tampa Bay over New Orleans. That's the surprise of the week, probably. Allen's in trouble. Gonna get sacked here. So it's gonna be 3rd and goal, or was that 3rd and goal? I'm sorry, that was 3rd and goal. So it's gonna be 4th and goal from like the 15-yard line. So we are going to kick a field goal here. Hopefully we make it. So just basically to not get shut out. And take it for what it is. We got our butts whooped today, guys. And that's the bottom line. I like the fact that Ducasi is standing around not blocking anybody, but also not doing anything. I don't know if anyone else is watching this game right now with me. Like, watch Ducasi on the instant replay. He's just standing there. No one's around me, so I'm okay. Again, like, no one on our offensive line would be on any other team's starting offensive line, other than maybe Groy. Hauschka makes the kick, so it's 40-3, 2:38 left to go in the. Oh, there's a flag. Hold on. They said Buffalo scored points. They threw a flag. All right, it's a decline penalty. I think it was encroachment. So declined. So the point is good. So it's 40-3, Baltimore. 2:38 left to go in the third quarter. Again, we have to give Baltimore all the credit in the world in this game. Came out, was prepared, ready to go. First drive of the game, they went 80 yards. Flacco threw for most of those yards, actually. I mean, so, if you look at the showing the QB comparison on the TV right now, Nathan Peterman had 11 drives for 45 yards. Josh Allen has had 2 drives and 46 yards. People will look at that and say, oh, look at Josh Allen doing better. Guys, 2 drives and 46 yards isn't that great either. Baltimore had 80 on their first drive. So if you want to start Allen, you go ahead and start Allen. But if he's not ready to play, then we look terrible. And we look terrible for the foreseeable future because both these quarterbacks are still on their rookie contracts. So, I don't know. You can start him if you want to. Start him if you want to. But I'm just warning you now. Hopefully he's ready. Yeah, Benjamin is number 1. Again, guys, it's still week 1. But, yeah, Benjamin hasn't done anything today. No one's done anything today for the Bills. No one. Zay Jones hasn't even been – he had 1 target, I think. So, what can you do? What can you do? 43. Jackson's in there for Baltimore. 2:38 left to go in the third quarter. 25-yard line because of the touchback on the kickoff. 1st and 10. You got 2 wide receivers. Basically, they're gonna do their best to run the clock out at this point. Why shouldn't they? Let's get this game over with. Get the victory for Baltimore. In the 90s, in the early 90s, we had victories like this too. So, this is what it is. You win like this, you lose like this sometimes, guys. We're going to be competitive this year. There's going to be games where we're competitive. Another run up the middle. Stop that line of scrimmage. I mean, if you ask me, our run defense actually doesn't look that bad. But that's, again, our pass defense looked horrible. We had Joe Flacco threw for 3 touchdowns today. So, and there were 2 running touchdowns. One, though, was an interception that was returned to the 8-yard line. So, and they ruled it the 3-yard line. They better not resign Benjamin. Not up at this performance. We say that now, but maybe him and Allen have some sort of connection. Jackson's going to run for the first time today, even though statistically it's going to say second. Runs for the first down. 1:15 left to go in the third quarter. All Baltimore, of course, 40-3. Lamar Jackson exercises his 3rd rush for 9 yards. So, first down, 1st and 10, 1 minute to go in the third quarter. I mean, just like other Bills fans, I love being with you guys, but you gotta get this game over with, right? I mean, this has been bad. Nathan Peterman looked awful, but that's not to say that the rest of our team didn't look awful either. Our offensive line does not look good. Our defensive line did actually get to Flacco a few times, a couple sacks in this game, but it just seemed like whenever we get to them, they would shift coverage or have a open receiver that Flacco could hurry up and get the ball to. Yeah, I mean, again, we don't have to resign him. That's the great news of our salary cap situation going into next year. We don't have to resign him. There's always wide receivers who are going to be available. Giants just scored. It's now Jags are up 20-15 now on Jacksonville. That Tennessee-Miami game is still delayed, so I don't know what's going on there, but end of the third quarter, all Baltimore. Baltimore is winning 40-3. We now have the rookie quarterbacks in. We have Josh Allen in for the Bills, who has led us to our field goal drive. It was 40-0 at one point. And we do have Lamar Jackson in for the Baltimore Ravens just because, well, Joe Flacco has done enough against us. Joe Flacco threw for 3 touchdowns in this game. And they had just really looked dominant pretty much this whole game. Just on they beat us at every facet of the game. Special teams. They had a fumble on special teams that we could not recover. Again, Edmonds had a great tackle on Collins for that forced a fumble. If you're trying to find little things to take away from this game, Tremaine Edmonds is it. San Fran's in the red zone. I'm down 24-13 with 8.5 to go in the fourth. Again, that Tennessee-Miami game is still in a delay, with Miami winning 7-3. Might be the game I watch if it comes back from delay by the time the Bills game's over. Couple good 4 o'clock games though. Got the LA Kansas City game. I'm gonna turn that on. Buccaneers Saints. The Saints are in the red zone, but they're down 48-24. So again, I am recording this game. So what's going to happen is I will continue to commentate on the fourth quarter. Hopefully you guys want to stay with me. We have 32 watching right now. Again, thank you for tuning in. Welcome to Believers Talk. If this is your first time here, my name is Joe. If you are not a subscriber, subscribe. We will have all the Bills games here for you. And if you're a Ravens fans, congratulations. Share this with your friends. Let them know that if you have friends that are Bills fans, let them know we're here to talk Bills talk. And it's not always going to be pretty, just like this game. It's not always going to be pretty, but we're going to tell it like it is here on Believers Talk. Peterman looked really bad, but to say Josh Allen's looked good is a fantasy too. Like he hasn't looked bad. Like he hasn't looked as bad as Peterman, but I don't want him starting just because he hasn't looked as bad as Peterman. So we'll see what happens. RG3 is still on the sideline. Lawson came in, but is unable to tackle Jackson. Lawson's actually had a decent game. Nothing too spectacular. Again, he got pressure on Flacco a couple times. He was really able to break up a great screen pass that and I don't blame him for this, but if he could have caught the ball in the air, that would have been huge at the time. I think it was 20-0 at that time. But he's had a decent game. He's gotten some pressure on the quarterback. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to say good out of a 40-3 game. And if that's what Joe Flacco does against us, like what is Philip Rivers going to do against us next week? Play Philip Rivers next week. Shaq Lawson's coming out of the game. It looks like maybe a hamstring type injury, or he's walking it off, so maybe a cramp. I don't know. But we're very excited to have Shaq Lawson play a year for us. I want to see how he does. If he doesn't do well for us this year, guys, then I think we'll actually get rid of him before next year. But we do have 42 joining us in the chat today, or right now. So thank you again for joining. Thank you for your support. I appreciate all of you joining in. I know that this game is not exactly what Bills fans wanted, 40-3. Again, surprised to see all these empty seats in Baltimore. Baltimore fans are normally known for good defense by Edmonds again, good coverage downfield, pass breakup for Edmonds. So it's going to be 4th and 5, so they're going to punt. But yeah, Baltimore fans are normally known for being like a great crowd, but man, I'll say 1/3 of the stadium has fans in it. So I don't know, but that could be a lot to do with the fact that it's 40-3, guys. But they're getting ready to punt, 4th and 5. Fourth quarter just started. Allen will be in for the rest of this game, just unless he gets hurt or something like that. So they're punting it to us. Looks like it's going to be returnable. They're doing that stinking return it inside about the 17, 18-yard line. Looks like the 18. They're doing that stupid Skyview cam. I hate that camera. I would say he was chucking the ball anytime he sensed pressure. He did take a couple sacks. But when you're down 20-0 that early, you Kind of got to start doing something. So Allen's in. 1st and 10 at the, like I said, the 18-yard line. Allen did lead us on the last drive to the field goal drive. So we have 3 wide receivers to the left of Allen, and the running back in shotgun. The running back is Murphy. Murphy out of the backfield with an incomplete pass. Again, right there, you could have had it, but he dropped it. Piedmont had a couple drops too, guys. Or I mean, a couple of wide receivers and quarterbacks dropped the ball. Does anyone remember? Did we target Charles Clay all this game? Like a real target. I think when Peterman was scrambling once, he threw it away, and Clay was the closest one there. So they probably gave him credit for the target. But I don't feel like we targeted our tight. Oh, Kroom, right at the end of the half, had an 8-yard gain too. Allen pressured, gets out of the pocket and throws it away. So it's going to be 3rd and 10. To be honest, throwing it away, that's something we didn't see Peterman do at all, right? The whole game, I don't think we saw Peterman throw it away one time. So even that little thing is a plus. Bill's offense is terrible. It is. What are we gonna do about it now? Season started. This is what we got. Again, a 5-win season will be awesome. If we're going off one game, 5-win season will be awesome. But again, it is still one game. Just have to do better next week. Big pass to Holmes. I think it was Holmes. Big hit. I'm sorry, that was Curley with the hit, or Curley with the catch, and then the hit. There's a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be on Mills, actually. Yeah, holding, offense, 76. So, yeah, John Miller, not Mills, I'm sorry. Miller with the hold. So every time it seemed like something positive was about to happen for Buffalo, we've either had a penalty or something terrible happen. We had that fumble early in the game by Collins that could have changed momentum. Instead, we had a sack that took us to, instead of making it like a 40-something yard field goal, to a 52-yard field goal. Missed that. I mean, there's just been so much going wrong for this team today. And they're their own, like they're shooting themselves in the foot. I'm not blaming anybody else for our mistakes. Our mistakes are our mistakes, and we need to own them. Looks like there's gonna be a hold there, actually. Good pass by Josh Allen. Looks like that was to Logan Thomas. That's actually gonna move the sticks. So they did not call a hold on Mills, although it looked like they could have. And then Allen throws a dart down to the 32, 33-yard line for a 1st down for Buffalo. So 1st and 10 for Buffalo. Again, these 1st downs are something we did not see when Nathan Peterman was in the game. So quick pass to Zay Jones, getting him a reception, about a 2-yard gain. So good to see him getting a reception in there. Allen has 5 1st downs. Well, since he's been in, this is his 3rd drive. They've had 5 1st downs. Peterman only had 2 in the whole first half, plus a drive or 2 that he played. And obviously, they just showed Coach McDermott, like, there's going to be a lot of questions over who the star is going to be. And I really hope Allen's ready, because it might be his. And that scares me. I think that should scare Bills fans, actually. Murphy just ran to the outside for no gain, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8. But that scares me as a Bills fan, because if your rookie quarterback's not ready, then you just wasted a 1st-round draft pick on a rookie quarterback who you hurried into the season and who's not ready for it. So I'm not sure if that's a smart play or not, but I do know one thing. We're not going with Peterman. So I'm very mad right now, because Allen tried to throw it in there with Logan Thomas, to Logan Thomas. It was a good throw. Thomas actually still should have caught it. Should have never traded Tyrod or Glenn. Well, first of all, Glenn didn't play much last year. So what were we missing out with trading Glenn? Dawkins took over Glenn's spot. And if you look at Dawkins' stats of the second half of last year, he actually did pretty good. And if you watch Dawkins in this game, he has not been the guy who's been killing us. He did get that 15-yard penalty, but that's when we were down 40-0. So I'm guessing that a little bit of that was due to the fact that the punt, actually a really good punt, They jumped on the 11-yard line just so it wouldn't go inside the 10. So Baltimore will take over 1st and 10 at the 11. So good punt. Yeah, let's see the future. In order to take big steps, sometimes you have to take big risks, and it's a risk to start Allen now, but we're not going with Pregame. That's the thing. We're not going with Pregame, so we might as well try. Josh does look calm, but is he calm because it's 40-3 and he realizes that he could do whatever he wants out there, and I think we're still playing him. He can do whatever he wanted right now, and Coach McDermott will be like, you know what, go back in. But yeah, no, I'm definitely all about. We know we're not going to win with Nathan Peterman. Let's give the guy a shot now. Let's give the guy a shot now. Because there's something to be said about mental toughness. Like, look at your quarterback and say, it doesn't matter how you do next season. You're a quarterback, or this season. You're a quarterback of the future. Let's get you first-team reps now. Let's get you NFL ready now. So. But didn't we get a 3rd rounder for Glenn, which led to Harrison Phillips, who I haven't heard much of this game, but I'm really excited to see more of. How's and I don't want to say that until I say how Corey Glenn's doing in the Cleveland game. I'm always willing to give up a 3rd-round pick for an injury-prone offensive lineman. However, that being said, your earlier comment too about Tyrod, why would we keep Tyrod? I just don't know if I agree with that either. And I was going into last season, I was a Tyrod fan. I was a Tyrod supporter. I was actually really cheering him on. I hate how we treated Tyrod. I'm not saying I don't. I think Tyrod deserves a better chance than what we gave him. But Odell Beckham has 9 receptions for 71 yards today. So Baltimore gets the ball again. Jackson's in for Baltimore. Looks like Collins got the ball. Nope, that's not Collins. Who's that? No, we don't have Collins anymore. It's Kenneth Dixon. Okay. Kenneth Dixon runs up the middle for about 12 yards. Nope, maybe a little bit more than that. Maybe like 14 yards, but gets him a 1st down. I actually don't think Baltimore has any of the starters in at this point. So I'm going to keep looking at the depth chart. That's Dixon's 5th rush for 23 yards. The good news is a 15-yard run was the longest run of the day, guys. So far. I mean, and then he just ran it again to the left side, and Milano's there for a tackle pretty much at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half-yard gain. The Bills don't have a lot of things on offense that they want to run their offense. Like good players at all. Yeah, we don't look good all around on offense. On offense, we don't look good at all. I know it's hard to say this in a 40-point game, but I don't blame the defense for a lot of what happened today. The first drive was all on the defense. A proven commodity for what? A proven commodity he's a proven commodity as a running quarterback, who, by the way, can't throw the ball. So I mean, he's a proven commodity. He's played in 1 playoff game, guys. 1 playoff game. He doesn't turn the ball over. That was my argument. He doesn't turn the ball over. But he doesn't win games either. He doesn't lose you games, but he doesn't win you games. They have a good playbook in Madden. Good. That's good to hear. I actually don't play Madden, so I want to know. Do they have? Well, but then the question is it your playbook? Or like, did you manually give them another playbook? Because I think you could do that. I don't know if you could still do that in today's game, but back in the early 2000s, mid 2000 games, you can like pick the Bills, but then pick like New Orleans offensive system or something like that. So you'd have their playbook. So I don't know if that's still a possibility on that or not. So, but here we go. 2nd and 2. They run it and they get the first down, about 3-yard gain there. Again, Buffalo their tempers need to cool down a little bit. Just get this game over with. 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's 40-3. They have good plays. Good. Can we have Dable pull some of them out? Maybe not this game. Maybe once you're down 20-0 or 34-0, you're like, you know what? Let's wait till the next game to show what we can do on offense. I don't know. Let's just play a vanilla offense since we know we're going to lose. I don't know. And I don't know if it's as much as speed as not having a quarterback who can throw it. And that's our biggest issue with Nate. But we saw Josh Allen make some good throws, so maybe he will be our starter next week. Cleveland did just score a rushing touchdown to make it 21-14 with 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Ryan Fitzpatrick is leading and passing with 417 yards today. Remember when we had him? Remember when we signed him to a huge contract and he sucked? That was nice. But we started 5-1 that year. Start 5-1 with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Everyone was so high on the Bills. Everyone was so happy. Signed a big contract. Down the drain we went. We didn't go to the playoffs with them last season. Then what happened? First down Baltimore. On 2nd and 3, they ran it for about 5 yards there. So, yeah, they're just going to milk this clock, run the ball, 3 to 5 yards a clip. That's fine. I mean, I think as Bills fans and as Bills players, we want to get this game over with as well. The Browns have lost 13 straight season openers, so down right now. But, yeah, like we made the playoffs last year with Tyler Taylor. We scored 3 points. 3 points. There were games last year. There were 3 games last year where he didn't even throw for 100 yards. And the one game, there's all kind of messed up stuff going on in the Baltimore game. There's a flag. Looks like it's going to be a false start in the offense. But the Jets game, the Thursday night Jets game, he was horrible. His stats don't show how horrible he was because in the fourth quarter we were down so much, they started playing prevent, and he did well. But, man, the first 3 quarters of that Thursday night game, he was bad, and we lost to the Jets. The Jets, who last year were supposed to be the worst team in the league, and granted, they did better than anyone said they were going to do. But we need to win that game. Play Madden. Maybe someday. Maybe someday. But between spending Jackson with a run for about, so it was 1st and 15. The penalty was on Baltimore. Jackson runs for about 3 to 4 yards. But yeah, when you're spending so much money on DirecTV and spending so much money on other things to get set up for a YouTube channel, things like that, gaming is not, I still have a full-time job, family, things like that. So gaming isn't exactly something I afford to do anymore. By afford, I mean both financially and time-wise. But it was fun. And maybe I'll do it again someday. But all right, so we got 2nd and 11 for Baltimore. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Still 40-3. Bad snap by the Ravens. Play was pretty much sniffed out by the Bills in the backfield. Dixon gets a negative, probably a 4-yard loss, maybe a 5-yard loss. So it's going to be 3rd and long for Baltimore. Houston is now only down 8 PAT pending, so it's 27-19. So maybe they can come back and win that game. That'd be nice to see. The Bengals are up on the Colts 27-23. The Giants are losing to the Jaguars 20-15. Minnesota is up on San Fran 24-16. So a lot of one-possession games minus this one and the Tampa Bay game. Tampa Bay is up 48-32. Score alert in the New England game. They made the extra point to make it 27-20 with 2:08 to go in the fourth. Yeah, I do notice that everywhere Fitzpatrick goes, the starting quarterback is injured. Baltimore did just have a good completion for a first down. Jackson throws the ball over the middle to their tight end, Max Williams, for a first down. So 4:47 left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, they show the fans, and I'm just looking out here, man. I mean, what's going on, Baltimore? Jobs, families, who needs them? My wife might be watching this, so I'll pass on that comment. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, going back to the Tyrod thing, we went to commercial break here. Like, again, we got all we could out of Tyrod Taylor. He's a wild card starting quarterback at best. He can win you a wild card game, maybe, but we're here to win Super Bowls, bottom line. And that's the bottom line. We're here to win Super Bowls, not to make the playoffs, not to squeak into the playoffs, as some people said, because we got lucky. And then lose by only scoring 3 points. 3 points, guys. I don't know anyone who says, "Hey, that's great. You scored 3 points in a playoff game." Like, that's not okay. That's never okay. To score 3 points to make the playoffs, no matter how we made it, to make the playoffs, and then to look that pathetic on the biggest stage for us at that point in 18 years, just it doesn't give you good feelings. Again, I was really happy that we made the playoffs last year. I mean, I was one of those guys who cried. I was. I wasn't even in grown man tears, man. It was bawled like I was 13 again. And we just made the playoffs for the first time ever. What if we won 3-0? Our offense still looks horrible. Our offense still looks horrible. We win 3-0. Then what? We go on the next week and lose to we actually end up playing the Patriots. We lose to the Patriots 43-10. We lose the Patriots like we're losing today. Then what? Yay! We made it to the second round of the playoffs. Which for the Bills at that time is very exciting because we haven't made the playoffs in 18 years at that point. But Sean McDermott's not worried about that. And he shouldn't be. He wants to win playoff games. What if we win 3-0? Do me a favor, and I'll look this up too when I get my phone back charging. Look up the last time a team was shut out in a playoff game. Might not have even been that long ago. I don't know, but look it up. Whistle on the play, 4:45. Timeout by Baltimore. Here, Baltimore's up 40-3, and they've now used 2 of their timeouts. So. Yeah, Coach McDermott doesn't look happy about something. He's talking to one of the officials on the sideline. Josh Allen's just letting his hair get wet. I think Josh Allen probably wants to get back out there one more time. He will. So New England's up 27-20. 2 minutes left to go in that game. They got the ball, so that one looks like it might be over. Bengals have actually come to increase their lead to 34-23. So on 1st and 10 for Baltimore, they run it inside the 20-yard line with Dixon, a 4-yard run. They keep showing the Tennessee-Miami game. That game's still delayed. So they're looking at the upcoming Bills schedule. Next week we play Chargers. Again, we will be here giving you the live stream of that game. So if you are interested in watching my commentary and live play-by-play of that game, tune in. Again, if you're new, please subscribe, like, dislike. If you're a Baltimore fan, you might dislike what I've had to say about your Ravens sometimes. I think they look really good, though. They're not up 40-3 just because they're playing a bad team. Jackson with a fake handoff. Everyone fell for it, even the cameraman. And he gets it inside the 5-yard line. So I don't know how I got inside the 5-yard line because the cameraman. It's a stupid sky cam. I hate that sky cam. I don't know about you guys. I hate it. But so it's going to be 1st and goal. Yeah, he just faked it. He actually stiffed arm Hyde pretty good. And then got into about the 2-yard line. So we could have Tyrod and Josh Allen. I don't know. Does the draft work out the same way without the extra pick we got from Tyrod? Because in the Cordy Glenn trade, we moved up with Cincinnati to 12 or whatever it was. I don't think they were set for a second, but okay. Okay, so Baltimore on a quick snap, snaps the ball, gives it to the running back at the time, who is now Kenneth Dixon, and he runs it in for a touchdown to make it 46-3. No flag on the play, although, like I said, I don't think they were set. I don't think all players were set for a full second. I mean, even showing the replay, it doesn't look like all players were set for a full second. So, not a fan of that. But in a 40-0 game, I'm not going to complain too much. That's going to be on Coach McDermott to make sure that the game gets called fair throughout the whole game and not like that because we're down by 37 points with 3.5 to go or whatever it is. But with that, the Bills go down. Now it's going to be 47 because Tucker still doesn't miss field goals. 47-3. Again, if you're new to the channel, thank you for joining. And please subscribe. Yeah, I mean, right now we're talking about, and we knew this was going to happen. Yeah, like if we were going to lose games this year, everyone talk about, oh, we should have kept Tyrod, and we could have Tyrod, and look how good Tyrod's doing with Cleveland because they have 7 points, we have 3. Oh no, they have 14 now, don't they? But it's not about just simply winning some regular season games. It's not like is this the process? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Again, look at our dead cap money situation, guys. You know how much money we're paying Darius right now? It's insane. You know how much money we're paying Cordy Glenn right now for not being on our team? But we had to get rid of them because that dead money stops at the end of this year. End of this year. And we're gonna look so much better next year. And I'm not saying that I look forward to next year more than this year. Guys, this is still week 1. Just 3 hours ago, just think of how excited we were. Week 1 of the regular season. We still have NFL football on right now. I would rather have NFL football on and see the Bills get spanked than not have NFL football. Period. I mean, after this game, I'm going to watch maybe one of the early games that goes into overtime. Maybe the Kansas City LA game. Then after that, I get to watch the Bears Packers game. Then after that, tomorrow night, I get to watch 2 games. Man. Oh, Dable's running this offense right now. It's not McDermott. I don't think it's McDermott at all. Are you saying, Hugh Viking, are you saying that you think McDermott's going to be fired at the end of the season? The Bills could go on 16 and he's not going to be fired at the end of the season. I promise you. Sean McDermott is going to be our head coach next year. Now, hell, I'll even say that the Jets head coach, if he hasn't been fired yet, he's not going to be fired after this season unless they do go 1-15. I think the only one who might have a chance of being fired is Miami's head coach. And then, everything going on with Belichick, he might retire. But all right, so Buffalo gets the kickoff at the goal line. Again, Murphy's return it. This is actually a really good return for Murphy. Gets it to about midfield. So good return by Murphy. Really liking what we're seeing on Murphy today, even in a 47-3 loss. Got the ball to about midfield there. His yards per carry, even when he's carried the ball in offense, hasn't been that bad. So Allen's in the game. Got Ivory in the backfield. Shotgun 4 receiver set. Again, at our own 49-yard line, so not quite to the 50, but 1st and 10. Throws a long ball, and that needs to be caught. That's to Robert Foster. That was actually, I thought that was a good pass. To Foster, hit him right in the hand, hit him right here. Like, he has to catch that ball. Why did we keep Foster? Why? That would be my biggest issue of today's game. Why did we keep Foster? Man, keep Rod Streeter. Whatever. HB delay. We could talk about, from shotgun, we could talk more about how I love that play for a 3-yard loss. But we got up to a 2-yard gain, so that's impressive. That's impressive. Kansas City's up 7-0 on LA Chargers. Houston does have the ball, down 27-20. Cleveland did tie the game, so wow, good for them. Again, like Cleveland go like 13-3, make it to the playoffs, and win, and I still would be happy we got rid of Tyrod Taylor. And we suck because we have no offense. Yeah. We have no offensive line, we have no quarterback, and we have no receivers. We haven't even tried to really run the ball, but then again, we couldn't because we were down a lot most of the game. So Allen just got nailed. And then a good defensive play to break up the pass. So it's going to be 4th and 12, and we're going to punt. I mean, at this point, we're happy that we didn't get shut out. Here's the 8th punt of the game for Bajorges. And we actually got what we wanted out of the punt game. As far as, they did have a fumble on the punt. Fair quiet inside the 10. I don't know if the coach is going to be happy about that, but it's going to make Bajorges' stats look good. Yeah, I mean, if we get a high draft pick, which if this continues, we will. If we get a high draft pick, we're talking about a lot of money, a lot of good draft picks. We have 10 draft picks next year, guys. 10 draft picks next year, guys. Yep, I said that right. We have 10 draft picks. So we have all of our original 7 and then 3 added. So if that turns into something great. 2:55 left to go in the 4th quarter. They're just going to run out the clock. Fumble by Jackson on the snap. It looks like he got it back, though. So it's going to be 2nd and about 12. This team sucked today. I'll admit that. This team sucked today. And if they continue to play like this, then yes, it doesn't look good for the season. We're obviously going to be ranked 32nd when whatever power rankings come out Tuesday. And we deserve it. But we have to remember that we are just 0-1. We're 0-1. They are who we thought they were. And we didn't line up the ugly guy, just took it. So 5 seconds left in the Houston-New England game. So it looks like New England's going to win. You got less than 2 minutes left in the Cleveland-Pittsburgh game, but that game's tied at 21. We are at the 2-minute warning here in Baltimore with the Baltimore Ravens still up 47-3. And we could say what we want. The Bills looked awful. They did. There's nothing to look forward to. But the only thing we can look forward to is that we should be getting better next week. Hopefully we don't lose every game 47-3. And thank you for staying with me, guys. There's 28 of you with me right now in a 47-3 game. I mean, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Thank you. Go Bills. I'm purposely holding the cup this way so you guys can see the Bills stuff. But this doesn't feel any worse than going 18 years without making the playoffs, does it? Man, there were some tough ones in there. Remember 04 when we had Bledsoe and all we had to do was beat 3rd-string Pittsburgh and we couldn't? Remember that? That was an awful feeling. Remember when we had Ryan Fitzpatrick lead us to a 5-1 start and we didn't make the playoffs? Remember that? Now that's a good question. I would ask more of that question than Tyrod. Why did we trade McCarron? Granted, he had a bad stretch in preseason, but man, Bremen had a great stretch in preseason. Woo! What does that do? I'm more saying that I don't think the Browns will make the postseason with Tyrod. I'm banking money that the Browns don't make the postseason this season. That's where my money is. But right, like let's say the Browns go 13-3. Wow. First of all, that would be the surprise of the year. And then they win the division, get the 1 seed. But again, it's a different thing. Like I said, Landry is a great wide receiver complement to Tyrod Taylor's game. Tyrod Taylor's not a bad quarterback. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Tyrod Taylor's a bad quarterback. I think Tyrod Taylor needs, and every quarterback can say this, needs the right weapons to make him look good. He is not the kind of guy who can throw Kelvin Benjamin open. He's not the kind of guy that can throw the 50-50 ball to Kelvin Benjamin that Kelvin Benjamin can get if you throw him that ball. So we're running on 3rd and 4 after the 2-minute warning, and that's stuffed at the line. So it's going to be 4th down, and the Bills will get the ball again. See, I still like we cannot say this past offseason has been suspect. And last season, our offseason led us to making the playoffs. Everyone questioned, including me. Listen, I was wearing my Sammy Watkins jersey the day we traded him. So I get it. Dixon's hurt on the field, sitting up. So I get it. Like, I was not happy about the Watkins trade at all. I wasn't happy about the Darby trade at all. But we made the playoffs last year, guys. 9-7, and that's including with 3 games where our QB didn't even throw for 100 yards. So, in one game where our starting QB threw 5 interceptions in the first half. There's that too. And that's 4 games. 4 games where either our quarterback or our offense in any facet didn't even show up, and we still finished 9-7. And we made the playoffs. And according to a lot of Baltimore fans watching, we got lucky to make the playoffs, but we made the playoffs. We have seen teams, including this Baltimore Ravens team, not this exact one, of course, but Baltimore Ravens get lucky to make the playoffs as a wildcard team and make some noise in the playoffs. It happens. Cincy beat Indy. Jacksonville beat New York. These games are all going final now. Minnesota beat San Fran. Tampa, probably the surprise of the day, Tampa beat New Orleans. Miami, Tennessee is just now at halftime. Kansas City is beating LA 7-0. New England beat Houston. Cleveland, Pittsburgh still tied. 30 seconds to go. Cleveland's got the ball. Just saying, go Cleveland. Right, like we can't pay everybody. We don't just have money. But, Tyrod was a move that we look towards the future. Murphy with a run up the middle, 124 to go, 47-3, run for about 4 or 5 yards. A lot of questions going to come. I fear that, not fear, I expect Allen to be the starter next week. And I don't fear the fact that Allen's the starter. I fear that he's not ready to be the starter. That's my fear. My fear is that we're going to put Allen in before he's ready to be the starter. And, oh, look at that. Zay Jones with the catch on the sideline for a first down. So, 57 seconds to go. First down, Buffalo. 47-3. This was not how we wanted to start the season, obviously. Obviously, guys, this is not how we wanted to start the season. But it is what it is at this point. We're still watching football, like I said. The Bills are still our team. We got to support our team. A smart move is to probably start Allen. If you start Allen, though, you have to make sure he knows, he's mentally strong enough to know that, next season, no matter what happens, He is crewing with a 10-yard catch for a first down. Clock still running. That he is our starter next season. Like, this is all about growing at this point. Can he lead us to better things? Absolutely. Guys, we're still simply 0-1. We're still it's as simple as that. We're 0-1. We lost to Baltimore in Baltimore. That was expected. So now next week we go home for our home opener. Let's see what happens. Allen's taken down, slow to get up, but he looks fine. Just need help. So Ducassi and Dawkins help him up. Still hate Ducassi. But yeah, 47-3 doesn't look good. No matter how you slice it. It does not look good. But it's still just one loss. Plenty of teams have started 0-1 and made the playoffs. Plenty. I bet the Saints are thinking the same thing right now. The Saints just lost to Tampa Bay without Jameis Winston. Because they have Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know, funny thing, like, that's an interesting thing to talk about since we're about to lose this game by a lot. What if Fitzpatrick goes 3-1 as a starter? Do you even start Jameis Winston? Shotgun, 20 seconds left. We're going to see what kind of gun Josh Allen has because we don't know that yet. Ever. Nice strike to, who's that? Zay Jones. 11 seconds left. Looks like Buffalo called timeout, trying to get on the board some more, trying to get some more points. So the Pittsburgh game is going into overtime. So I might turn that on after this just to see what happens there. Listen, there's a lot wrong. There's a lot. Why are we analyzing Tyrod Taylor's game? He's gone now. He's gone. Nothing we can do to get him back. Nothing. As I reach 4 hours on my live stream, I appreciate all of you joining me, but nothing that we can do can get Tyrod Taylor back. He's gone now. We have Nathan Peterman and we have Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, with 11 seconds left, is trying to get us in the end zone. 34-yard line. Looks like it's going to be in the end zone, and no one's even there. So 5 seconds to go. Second down. 47-3. No matter what happens here, obviously, we lose the game. But I am interested to see the alcohol wants the beast out. You haven't seen the beast yet. But the alcohol helps. The alcohol helps. Blame it on the alcohol. I'm so dumb. Thank you for joining me. Thank you all for joining me. I can't believe you did it, but thanks. H-back delay. So we're calling it quits. So that's the end of the game. 47-3. Baltimore at home whoops us up. I will be rewatching this game before I do a post game to wrap up. I mean, this is pretty much a post game wrap up. I'll do another one probably tomorrow. Watkins and Benjamin would look good. Maybe if you can figure out how to get them both. Because remember Watkins signed for over in Kansas City. I don't think we're paying him that much. I don't think he's worth that much. But that is the final score. Baltimore 47, Buffalo 3. I do appreciate and thank all of you who joined me for this rout of the Buffalo Bills. Not the way we wanted to start the season, of course. But again, it is just one loss. I do still trust the process. I trust in Coach McDermott, whatever his decision is as far as who starts next week between Josh Allen and Nathan Peterman. I trust him in that. We did just make the playoffs last year, guys, so let's not forget about that. But it does not look good. It does not look like a good start to the 2018-2019 season, but that's all this is, guys. This is just the start. There's plenty of time left. There's plenty of time for improvement. We look forward to that next week as we go at home against the LA Chargers. So we look forward to that game. Again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. A lot of fun discussion back and forth. Put on the Browns game. I'll be doing that, but I'll be cutting off this live stream. Again, we've been with you for about 4 hours now. Want to charge my cell phone, want to charge my battery, and get back to being more positive Again, this is week 1. Welcome to the NFL season. We are very happy that the NFL season has started still. Welcome to 2018-2019 season. I know a lot of us Bills fans are very disappointed, but I will be on here either tonight or probably tomorrow. All my post games will probably come on Monday, just to give a post game wrap up on this game, and look forward to next week. I will do a show getting us ready for the Chargers game as well. So next week, 1 o'clock, Buffalo versus the Chargers in Buffalo. We look forward to that game. I hope to see you all there. Thank you for joining me again on this live stream. We'll see you next week. So till next time, go Bills.